Today in Kalamazoo, the MAC West Division title is on the line as the Northern Illinois Huskies look to claim their 5th straight division title. Standing in their way is the host Western Michigan Broncos, who with the win of their own today and some help can claim a trip to Detroit in the title game themselves. Welcome to ESPN College Football and happy Thanksgiving from Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. A big MAC West Division matchup between the Northern Illinois Huskies and the Western Michigan Broncos. Here's the way the scenarios play out. Pretty basic. If Northern Illinois wins this game, they win the West Division. Western Michigan needs some help. They need a win here and a Toledo loss later today. Toledo needs some help. They need a win and a Western Michigan win here. That pretty much gets us all sorted out. Happy Thanksgiving from Kalamazoo, along with former NFL linebacker Ray Bentley. I'm Mark Neely. Ray, not only a lot on the line for the MAC West Division, but both these teams playing extremely well. Western Michigan comes in with a 6-game winning streak. Northern Illinois has won 5 in a row.
Yeah, I don't know who the schedule makers are, but boy, they picked a good one here to be able to play championship football late in November. Doesn't get any better than that.
Well, for Northern Illinois, it begins with their quarterback, Drew Hare, who remarkably has only been picked off one time in 230 pass attempts this year.
Incredible the way he's taking care of the football in this offense. Plus, he's a dual threat guy. He can run the football, has trouble finishing runs sometimes. He'll take some big hits, but just the way he runs this offense, extremely accurate throwing the football, dual threat, distributes it to the playmakers. He's done an outstanding job improving throughout this season.
What a turnaround this year for Western Michigan. Only one win a year ago, and here they are playing for the division title. Really, the turnaround begins with a true freshman running back, Jarvian Franklin.
You're right, and Franklin has been outstanding all season long. They recognized they had something early in camp, spent some extra time getting him ready, and boy, has he been ready. Been able to make all kinds of nice moves, cuts. He can find that seam in that zone read game and create big explosive plays. Then he'll make guys miss in the hole, and he's got power to finish runs and run people over. But I got to tell you, the guy that really gets this offense going is quarterback, redshirt sophomore, Zach Terrell. Terrell is the 4th highest rated efficiency passer in the NCAA, completing 70% of his throws. He throws strikes all over the field, extremely efficient in running this offense. And the coaches tell us he has the proverbial it factor, and he's going to need it today here if they have a chance against Northern Illinois.
There is the youngest head coach at the FBS level. He'll turn 34 tomorrow. P.J. Fleck in his 2nd season as the Western Michigan head coach. Of course, had a playing career collegiately at Northern Illinois. And their head coach, Rod Carey, in his 2nd full season at the helm of a Northern Illinois team that comes in having won 14 consecutive MAC road games. And Northern Illinois really has been the heavyweight program in this conference, Ray.
It has. They're going for their 5th consecutive division title here this afternoon.
Western Michigan won the toss and deferred, and the kick goes out of bounds. Not the way that Brett Scanlon wanted to start this game, the sophomore kicker who kicks one out of bounds for the first time this year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the cold or the...
By rule, the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Cold or the intensity, the pressure of this matchup, but it's not a good time for the heavy kicker to go haywire.
So out comes the redshirt sophomore quarterback from the St. Louis area, O'Fallon, Missouri, Drew Hare.
Hare had some big shoes to fill. Jordan Lynch set all kinds of records, and including in the game against Western last year. He set the FBS quarterback rushing record in the game against Western, and now Drew Hare has to fill in that spot.
So they begin at their own 35 after the opening kickoff went out of bounds. So very good starting field position for the Huskies. Desroy Maxwell is in the backfield and throwing on first down. Slings it out to Turner. He skips one tackle down the sideline across midfield, 40, 30, and he may go. And on the first offensive player of the game, Northern Illinois makes an early statement with a 65-yard touchdown pass to Argyros Turner.
And all it is a simple out route. And I mean, you're going to get the outside receiver going deep to clear the area, and then a quick out route to Turner, and the coverage just was not there from Atkins. And once Turner got the edge, he was gone. He had a nice block out there by the other receiver to keep people away. So that's quick lightning strike from this Husky offense.
27th catch of the year for Turner, just his 2nd touchdown catch. Christian Hagan comes on for the point after out of the hole to Chad Beebe. And 12 seconds into the game, Northern Illinois with a quick 7-0 lead.
Take another look at it, and I mean, this is just a simple, let's get the game started. You get a missed tackle up top, a block on the edge, and it's a foot race, and Turner, away he goes. We look at it from the field level, and you see once you miss the tackle, because they got away with a little something. Deron Brown blocking, looked like he had a hold of some jersey, but no call, no foul.
Montavious Atkins, the strong safety, missed the first tackle on Turner, who takes it all the way 65 yards for a quick 7-0 lead for Northern Illinois.
Yeah, before really the Broncos even settled in, they're facing some adversity. But that's been a trademark. You see the longest play from scrimmage from Northern Illinois all season. But the trademark of these Broncos is they overcome adversity. They were down 14-0 early last week against their rival Central Michigan. And they stay calm and they just keep pounding and come up with ways to win.
Tyler Weedle kicking off for Northern Illinois with Darius Phillips back deep, and this is a short kick, and a fair catch was called for, and that's a loose live football. And the scrum begins on the far sideline. Northern Illinois saying they have it.
Boy, and if they do, could things start worse for Western Michigan?
And indeed, Northern Illinois does recover, and no, things could not have begun in any poorer fashion for Western Michigan than this.
Yeah, that was Jamal Payton, linebacker, ends up coming up with the football, but you're right, Mark, that thing's loose. It bounced off the chest and free football.
So Northern Illinois, 3 plays of the game. You had the opening kickoff that went out of bounds that things didn't start well for the Broncos. Then the 65-yard touchdown pass, and now the turnover on the kickoff, and Northern Illinois begins at the 38-yard line of Western Michigan. Here again to throw, rolling out, and throws to the 33-yard line to Deron Brown, who's immediately swarmed under there. Atkins making the tackle on the edge. Let's take a look at our impact players, Ray.
Well, Cameron Stingley, the big running back for Northern Illinois, will carry the mail today. Deron Brown is their playmaker. They'll move him around and try to get the football to him. Now up front, Richard Ash playing outstanding for Western Michigan. A 3 technique, getting all kinds of pressure. And Justin Curry, the safety, runs the show in the back end.
After a gain of 6 on first down, 2nd down and 4. On the Western Michigan 32-yard line. Stingley is in the backfield. Now they send Brescison in motion, fake the jet sweep to him, and Hare going to carry himself, but he's wrapped up for only a gain of about a yard. Nice tackle there by Justin Curry, the free safety.
Yeah, Curry is the guy that actually Northern Illinois coaches talked about. They were impressed with the way he runs the show from what they can see on tape in the defensive secondary. He's going to be a big part of this game too in terms of coming up and being an extra man in the box to stop the quarterback runs from Northern Illinois.
Huskies face their first 3rd down at 3rd and 3 with Keem Daniels in the backfield. Here comes the blitz and the pass. Daniels reaching a little high and incomplete at the 28-yard line, looking for Daniels out of the backfield, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I believe Northern Illinois will go for it. Now they're going to kick the field goal, try and get some more points on it. But this is a blown coverage, really. Nobody from Western Michigan had coverage on the back. Daniels. And had Hare been able to bring that down a hair, you'd be looking at a big play again for the Huskies.
Well, they brought out the punting unit. Now, Tyler Weedle is the backup place kicker to Hagan. So, I mean, it's not out of the question he could kick field goals when they came out onto the field, but they're lined up to punt here.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Trying to pin in Western Michigan on a short punt. Lands at the 14 and takes a Western Michigan bounce back to the 15. So really not a big change in field position there on the punt by Weedle. That goes for just 16 yards. So Western Michigan will try to stabilize things when they take the field offensively.
Tomorrow at 3:30 on ESPNU.
13:38 to play first quarter. Northern Illinois leading 7-0. So instead of attempting about a 48-yard field goal, which Northern Illinois' longest field goal this year was 45 yards from Tyler Weedle, they punt with not a big flip of the field. A little surprised he just didn't go for it on 4th down, Ray.
Yeah, I'm shocked, actually. You know, just 3 yards to go in that kind of field position. If you don't want to kick the field goal, then I don't think you lose a lot by going for it. But apparently, Coach Carey wanted to pin the Broncos back and play a little defense, and so that's what they're doing.
And the Western Michigan offense comes onto the field for the very first time, led by sophomore quarterback Zach Terrell.
Yeah, high completion percentage. He's been over 70% his last 4 consecutive games, playing extremely well.
Send Phillips in motion. They swing it out to him on the screen pass, makes the catch, hits the 20, and uses a block all the way up near the 25, close to the 26, and just about a 10-yard gain there. Darius Phillips, they really like this redshirt freshman speed.
And just a quick expansion, getting him to the edge. The key is the on-target throw from Zach Terrell allows Phillips to catch it in mid-stride and not have to slow down or break to catch the football.
Was a gain of 10, 1st down from their own 26-yard line for the Broncos. They do have Jarvian Franklin in the backfield. First carry for the true freshman, straight ahead. Up to the 31-yard line for a gain of 3, stopped by Jason Meehan, the defensive end. Take a look at our impact players when Western Michigan has the football, Ray.
Well, it'll start on the defensive side. Perez Ford, number 44, he's a stand-up defensive end. They'll use him as the tip of the spear. Lemon, a linebacker, good speed all over the field. Corey Davis is as good as it gets as a wide receiver, and Western will feature him any way they can. And then Jarvian Franklin, the true freshman tailback we talked about at the top. Mark, he's just been outstanding. 7 games this year, 150-plus yards, and one more at 149.
Franklin finds a crease. 1st down, upended at the 37-yard line by safety Marlon Moore. Another stat we have to throw out for Franklin, and there are many records he has set, but watch him rumble here.
Yeah, it keeps the shoulders square, hits the hole, a little stiff arm there, and he's his vision really is the thing that jumps out to me. When they run the zone plays, he finds that crease, he finds the seam, and then he has the acceleration, the gas pedal to get up into it.
You saw the number on the end of that last graphic. 23 rushing touchdowns for Franklin. Any kind of decent day today, and he's going to go over 15 yards rushing. Right back to Franklin, ankle tackled by Michael Santa Catarina. That prevented a bigger gain on that. Meanwhile, he's up to about the 43-yard line.
See how he is in terms of touchdowns, 2nd in FBS with the 23 rushing touchdowns. Franklin also has 1 receiving touchdown for a grand total of 24 on the season.
2nd down and 4, Western Michigan from their own 43. This is the Broncos' first offensive possession. This game started about as badly as it could for Western Michigan. Right back to Franklin. Going to go off left tackle, not much there that time. A couple of yards up to the 45-yard line, held up by linebacker Boomer Mays.
And Mays came in there, and then Corey Thomas, number 69, the nose tackle. A lot will be on him today to jam up that middle and try to keep Franklin from getting extra yards.
Western Michigan faces their first 3rd down, a 3rd down and 2.
They like Corey Davis up here on the back end, backside.
Terrell going to put it in the air on 3rd and 2, and the nice catch by Braverman. Inside the 40, a spin move down to the 36, tackled by Deshaun Durant. What a big gain on 3rd down and 2.
And they gave Braverman a huge cushion. The defensive back is way back. You see how much room he's going to have to just get inside and take that slant route. And it's an easy throw. Bam, right there. Nobody near it. Good route by Braverman. And that's the one thing. I love the receivers for Western Michigan. They are coached up extremely well. They run outstanding routes. That's as good a group as there is.
Braverman's team leading 75th catch. They needed 2 for a 1st down. They got 19. Play fake. Terrell going across the middle. Dangerous and almost picked off by Marlon Moore at the 15-yard line, trying to find their big wide receiver Corey Davis, but the throw off the mark.
And this is one thing Terrell does a real nice job of a lot of times is he will, here's your route, but he will throw the post flat. In other words, he's going to throw it down and make Davis run across the face of the defender. Davis was a little bit late in recognizing that and didn't get there, but that's what Terrell does intentionally. He tries to flatten out that post route.
Now Davis, the receiver there at the bottom of your screen, 2nd down and 10. Carry straight ahead, a tumbling Franklin up near the 31, tripped up by Brandon Mays, the free safety.
Franklin will steal a bunch of yards at the end of his runs. You saw a good example of it there. He kind of cartwheeled over the tackler to get an extra 2 or 3 at the end of it.
Comes out of the game on 3rd down and 5. Broncos converted a 3rd and 2 for 19 yards just a bit earlier on the drive. This will be play number 9 of this, their first possession.
Big box. Passing should be open on the edges.
Terrell retreating, being chased, dumps it underneath, caught. And that's Davis who has the first down. First catch of the day for Corey Davis, the impressive sophomore out of Wheaton, Illinois.
Davis runs what I call a China route, where they're going to run everybody down the field, and then he just will come underneath on a shallow crosser. You get a blitz coming late, and pressure from Logan almost gets there, but it gives you a mismatch. You got a big old defensive lineman really dropping out to try and chase Corey Davis across the middle. That's not a good matchup for Northern Illinois.
12-yard gain for Davis. First down, Western Michigan at the Northern Illinois 19.
This is the area of the field where Western Michigan will pull a trick or two out of the bag.
Terrell hands off. This is Franklin back in the game. Picked up by Boomer Mays for a minimal gain that time. Franklin has already broken the MAC freshman rushing record, which was held by Timberwolves' Bernard Pierce, which he set in 2009.
They've been really good in the red zone. You see the efficiency there. 30 touchdowns and 45 possessions is pretty strong.
Western Michigan, the only team in the MAC and 1 of 5 in the FBS that have not turned the ball over in the red zone this year. Franklin out of the backfield, uses a stiff arm to the sideline inside the 15, out at the 12-yard line. Missed tackle by Rasheen Lemon, the linebacker on the edge.
This is just a quick expansion with Franklin running a flare route, and then you get good blocking on the edge, and that's the key, as Phillips and Roberts both sustained their blocks long enough for Franklin to get the edge. Put him in a manageable 3rd down situation.
After that gain of 7.
Davis up top again. That's their guy they like to go to.
Looking his way. Fade into the end zone. It's out of bounds. Incomplete. On the coverage was Marlon Moore. Also Paris Logan coming over to help out.
And Paris Logan is the guy Northern Illinois wants wrapped up one-on-one on Corey Davis in these situations. And he does an outstanding job. You see him get his head turned around at the end to try and find the football. That will forgive you of a lot of sins prior to that. If you're touching the guy, pushing on him, whatever, you get that head turned around and you're going to get a free pass, a hall pass, if you will.
Kicking off the left hash, Andrew Haldeman. His long this year is 36.
It's his long attempt as well.
29-yard attempt. Sneaks it inside that left upright. So Western Michigan does produce points just about midway through this first quarter. The Broncos have fended off a very poor start to make it a 7-3 game.
For a signature.
Bit of a gray day here in Kalamazoo. Clouds, no flurries right now, but a temperature in the 20s. And the first 3 plays of this game went about as badly as they could go for Western Michigan, but they have weathered that storm, Ray.
Yeah, they kick it out of bounds. They give up a long touchdown pass, and then they fumble the ensuing kickoff. And say, hey, wait a minute. This game started. Let's go.
Scanlon's boot to the 3-yard line, run by Turner. There's a flip at the 19-yard line.
Well, great special teams coverage by Austin Guido, a backup running back. Comes flying down, make a play for his football team.
Big game here today. The MAC West Division on the line. If Northern Illinois wins, they win the MAC West Division for the 5th straight year. Western Michigan needs to win this game, and they need a Toledo loss later today to win the West Division. The winner of the division, the West, will face Bowling Green a week from tonight in Detroit at Ford Field in the conference championship game. A carry up to the 25-yard line.
Northern Illinois, no stranger to playing for a championship. 4 years consecutive, they've represented the MAC West, and you see they're basically 2-2. Pair of championships, trying to get themselves in position to get another.
Bowling Green trying to defend the title this year. There's a throw to tight end Desroy Miller. First down up to the 30.
A great blitz pickup by the Northern Illinois offensive line. Western brought several guys, had some stunts going on, and they found a hat for a hat to give Hare time to complete it to his tight end.
Huskies pick up the tempo after picking up a first down. Throw to the far side, hanging in the air and incomplete for Deron Brown around midfield.
Donald Seliskar with the coverage. Seliskar has been outstanding all season long. But Drew Hare takes a hit. You're going to see a late blitzer coming off the edge. That's Curry, but another guy, defensive lineman, got up in there and gave him a good whack.
You mentioned the corners, Ray, for Western Michigan. Seliskar, and on the other side, Ronald Zamora. They've really been impressive this year, haven't they?
Yeah, 16 broken up passes for each of them and 4 interceptions.
They fake the jet sweep. It's kept by Hare. He gains about 3 to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Hare's an interesting guy with the football in his hands. He's an outstanding runner, but he has trouble finishing runs. He can't slide. He's not a good diver, and he ends up in awkward positions, and he gets pasted. I mean, the coaches actually laugh at him, but they want him to fix that, but he hasn't been able to yet. He just takes the shots, gets up, keeps going.
Hare dumps it off and off the hands of Akeem Daniels.
Yeah, and Hare had a little bit of pressure on him, and he wasn't able to put any touch on that football. He threw a fastball at Daniels. It was not easy to catch, being that close to each other. And Daniels, you see, look at him. Hey, what's up, man? Take a little off of that thing. Give me a shot at it. But Hare had the heat on him, so he had to get rid of it.
First punt for Weedle. Remember, they tried to pin Western Michigan in, but only went for 16 yards. Low snap. The right-footed punter gets it away.
Not much wind out there today, Mark, to affect the football, which is good for both sides.
Braverman makes the fair catch. 33-yard punt. Coming up Saturday on ESPNU, Big Ten newcomers look to bolster their bowl game resumes as Randy Edsall's Terps take on the Scarlet Knights. And then the Blue Devils need a victory to make program history with consecutive 9-win seasons. They face the Demon Deacons. It's Rutgers, Maryland at 3:30. Then Wake Forest, Duke coming up tomorrow on ESPNU. College football lives here. And what a weekend for college football.
A perfect weekend for football. You get a couple of drumsticks rolling and some leftover turkey. That's the best to me. It was good day 1, but day 2 and 3, it's even better.
Spoken like a champ. From their own 32 this time. Play fake. Terrell going deep. Davis leaping. Incomplete at the 25.
And it's rare that Corey Davis does not come down with that football in that type of situation. Nice throw by Terrell, giving his guy a chance. See the play action. Going to take the shot here early. And he drops it right down where it needs to be. And that's good defense. You see right there, the right arm of Paris Logan was able to get up and pull the inside arm of Davis away from the football. Good work there by the corner.
Davis nearing 1,200 yards receiving this year. He's the 7th different player in Western Michigan history to reach 1,000+ receiving yards in a season. Dumped off by Terrell to Franklin. Gets a block on the edge. Hits midfield and tumbles into Northern Illinois territory. Up to the 49 for a first down. Marlon Moore with the tackle.
Perfect execution by Zach Terrell of the screen. Watch the timing on this. You see the pressure's just getting there. They fooled everybody, and then Franklin is able to get the edge and run by some people. Good eye discipline, too, by Zach Terrell. He does the little things that really make a big difference.
That was a 19-yard gain. First down, the 49 of Northern Illinois. Terrell coming to the near side, reaching to make the catch at the 43-yard line is Michael Henry. Sophomore out of Flint, Michigan, who has not been a frequent target this year for Terrell, but does pick up 6 yards there.
One of the things this Western offense does, they'll call run and pass for a play. So the lineman will block run, but the quarterback can pull that ball out and throw pass if he likes the numbers that he has out on the perimeter.
Now it's Darion Chance in the backfield. Play fake to him. Sing it out to the flat. Braverman. Braverman gets a nice block from Davis. Still on his feet inside the 25. All the way down near the 20.
A nice execution, but the decision to go with the throw plays into what I was just talking about in terms of this offense and how multiple it is. Watch, they have one guy right up here outside the hash. And so the defense does. Because Western has two, they're going to throw that bubble screen out there because now you got a 2-on-1 mix. And then you let Braverman do his thing in open field. And so that's just good execution of the quarterback. Terrell counting up the numbers, attacking it where the defense is the thinnest.
A good block from Corey Davis there on the edge. There's carry for Franklin up near the 15th. Stopped by Cameron Clinton Earl, one of the defensive ends.
This is the area of the field where the Huskies will dial up more blitzes. And they got some guys they can bring on some pressure type situations. They like to bring number 7, Santa Catarina, also Boomer Mays, 45, those two inside backers. They'll even move them up to the edge and bring them off the edge.
Davis, the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Terrell with 2 on the play clock. Gets the play off in time and hands it off to Franklin. Franklin pushing that pile. Held up by Scan Folliard and some others.
Yeah, big William Lee on the bottom of that pile as well. One of the defensive tackles for the Huskies. And this is where it's tougher to get the yards, this red zone area. And that's when the Western really likes to go to Corey Davis. They've got him. We saw him try the fade earlier on. Now he's got one-on-one. But you see the safety over here. They're not going to leave him one-on-one. They're going to have some help over the top to cover up Davis.
Paris Logan, as usual in this game, locked up on Davis up top. 3rd and 7. Terrell looking in the other direction. Now looks back towards Davis. Throws towards in the end zone. Did he come down with it?
I believe he did.
Yes, touchdown. 12th touchdown catch of the year for Corey Davis, and Western Michigan takes the lead.
And Zach Terrell did a great job of keeping this thing alive. Watch him, he's going to roll this way and then come back. Once he sees that there's nothing open on the front side, he knows he's got a reliable receiver in Davis. He just throws that fastball strike right to the pylon, make the catch, get a foot in. Right there, you see it.
Wow.
That's a heck of a job of knowing where you are and then controlling your body by Corey Davis.
Let's look at that angle. That right
there.
foot.
Yeah, he got it in.
Barely got it in.
I believe they're looking at it upstairs. Our replay official, Don Borden, handling things since the beginning. Been up there 10 years. Got himself a rookie communicator in Dennis Jackson. 2 of them are working it out.
I didn't see anything on the replays, though, that would overturn that.
Nothing that I saw. I mean, it's pretty. In fact, I think this replay will confirm this is a touchdown. You see, he's got the ball, and the foot comes in right there, inside, touchdown. And it was confirmed.
So it's a 7-play drive, went 68 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 12-yard touchdown pass to Corey Davis.
Really well managed by Zach Terrell, the quarterback.
Andrew Haldeman out of the hold of Jay Schroeder. And a snap from Wyatt Piper. 10-7 Western Michigan. Well, this game could not have begun any worse for Western Michigan. And with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, they have the lead.
Yeah, they just took care of business on this drive. Terrell throwing strikes, finds his big play guy, Davis. Gets the foot down, and the Broncos take their first lead.
promo code WIN to play and get free entry in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. Get to DraftKings.com now.
Ray, you've heard the old joke, why did the turkey cross the railroad tracks?
Yeah, to get to the other side, from what I understand. But our producer, Todd Koulis, did a little turkey hunting yesterday. And happened to have a camera with him cruising down Main Street, and bam. Never know what you run into. Thought he had a partridge initially, but that doesn't have enough meat for a partridge.
If that turkey had a good attorney, he probably could have taken our producer, Todd Koulis, to court for stalking.
Right?
He's all over the wild turkey.
I think he had drumsticks on the mind there. That's what I'd have gone for.
Western Michigan, Brett Scanlon kicking off. Daniels from the 6. Daniels squeaks through and powers his way up across the 30.
Yeah, both coaches told us special teams will have a huge impact on this ball game. You've got two outstanding special teams units, and you're going to see Daniels just find a tight little squeeze to get through. Gives them decent field position starting at 31.
Daniels has been dealing with a leg injury back and playing for Northern Illinois today. They begin from their own 31, now trailing for the first time in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Big game in the MAC West Division. Northern Illinois, if they win the division. Western with a win would need a Toledo loss. And flag down.
Yeah, I think Western lined up maybe in the neutral zone.
Offside. Defense number 53. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
First penalty of the game, and indeed.
And Nathan Braster, the defensive end, just got upfield a little bit too much. And that was also the first time either team attempted to run outside. Now, both of these teams are excellent at getting the edge, mostly due to the blocking of their respective tight ends. For Western Michigan, Eric Boyden, number 89, does an outstanding job. And then for Northern Illinois, Luke Ekus, 83, is a really good edge blocker.
So 1st and 5 in motion. Daniels, high snap, loose ball, and Western jumps on it. Andre Turner, the defensive end, with the fumble recovery.
I don't know if it's just too high of a snap. Drew Harry went up tall to try to get it, and it takes a great bounce towards Western Michigan. If you're a Western Michigan fan, it's a great bounce right into the hands of Andre Turner, who was rushing the edge. And that's always big in these type of games as far as turnovers. They will make a huge difference. And Northern Illinois does not turn the football over, as you can see. 4th best in the country at taking care of it. They have given one away here early in their own territory.
So each team's now turned it over once. Western Michigan turned it over on special teams. They were able to hold Northern Illinois from scoring on that particular after that turnover. Swung out to Davis. Braverman blocking on the edge. And I tell you what, Davis put a little hurt himself on Fleming. And Logan also there covering. Corey Davis does not like to get tackled, does he?
No, he does not, and he's very aggressive. This is a very violent strike right there from the receiver on Paris Logan. I mean, Davis sent a message right there.
Yeah, Logan, who's been covering Davis today, like you said,
a little bit back there is what he said.
Message received. 2nd down and 5. Long count.
And P.J. Fleck up top here. You can see him walking
Before the ball is
sideline.
snapped, timeout. Western Michigan. This is their first of the half.
Didn't like what he was seeing, so he burns one. And the Broncos will gather around him and see what they can come up with.
This is a huge game today in the MAC West Division. There are a lot of huge games around college football this weekend.
It's that time of season.
Jameis Winston, Florida State. Duke Johnson of Miami. Amari Cooper, Mariota, Oregon taking on Oregon State.
A little thing called the Iron Bowl going on.
Oh, that, yeah.
Heard of that one.
Mariota right now seems to be the Heisman favorite. Ray, you have a Heisman vote.
Indeed, I do. And Mariota is right there at the top of my list of guys. I'm going to let it all play out before I actually put my vote in. I'm telling you, I've been real impressed with what Melvin Gordon's been doing of late. He's making a late surge, got my attention. I guess they'll let just about anybody vote for Heisman these days. Huh?
That's kind of was going through my mind. I wasn't going to say that out loud, but since you did,
you said it earlier, so I figured I'd just do the damage to myself. It doesn't hurt as bad.
Getting an explanation there, PJ Fleck. It's our referee today, Mark Kluzinski and his MAC crew.
Coach Fleck, at age 33, the youngest head coach in all of FBS in his second year with the Broncos, and what an amazing turnaround job, going from 1-11 last year now to sitting at 8-3 here and playing really for a shot at a championship. You see the youngest coaches by list here in FBS.
Fleck, by the way, turns 34 tomorrow.
Looking for an early birthday present.
Yeah.
This is a special one for him, even though he downplays it, because he played at Northern Illinois and coached there.
Yeah, we asked him about that directly, and he said this week, as we get the call, if there was going to be an explanation, there will not be. He basically told us, hey, for this week, Northern Illinois, they're just another opponent.
They're just next, but he said he'll always be a Husky because that, that's where he played. That's where he cut his teeth, so to speak. So he'll always have a place in his heart for them, but not today.
Swung out to Franklin. Lowers the shoulder. Flipped down at the 18 by Deshaun Durant.
And this is Northern Illinois taking a shot at a blitz, and it really puts the coverage problem on the linebacker. He's got to come all the way from in here to get this back who's going to swing to the outside. That's a long way to go to get your coverage, and he never gets there.
8th first down of the game for Western Michigan. This is a first down for the 18 of Northern Illinois. Now they do a late switch.
Yeah, they do a lot of that. That's how they get to their tempo, is by flopping everyone around and then quick snapping.
Terrell going towards the end zone, and some contact between Roberts and the defender, Albert Smalls, and the flag comes out at the goal line.
Yeah, Smalls saying, what, me? Can't be. I think he ran right up the back of the intended receiver.
Pass interference. Defense number 43. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
No doubt Smalls just ran Roberts right over, going towards the football. They're not going to get away with that one. It'll give the Broncos a first and goal from the 3. Trying to take advantage of the fumble recovery.
Smalls, who's a true freshman, the coach has said, yeah, he's a true freshman, still learning, but they really like his potential. South Florida kid.
He can run.
And Western Michigan is going to burn their second timeout on this drive and for the half.
They didn't have the right personnel on the field, and Coach Fleck decided to pull him in again and just talk about things. First down and goal from the 3 here after the takeaway by that Bronco defense. It's got him in pretty good position.
Western Michigan 8-3 overall, 6-1 in conference play. They were 1-11 last year. Their only win a year ago was at UMass by 1 point. Right now they're on a 6-game winning streak, their longest streak since 2008. They're beaten at Purdue to begin the season.
Yeah, and that's when they felt, PJ Fleck said, you know what, we have something here. And in particular, Jarvion Franklin, their true freshman running back, had a big day. And that's when they thought they could get something going, and boy, have they. An unbalanced line, big time to the right.
Toss, Franklin, stopped at the 2. So it was a big opening game at Purdue for Franklin, but the game that Coach points to was actually the conference opening loss to Toledo. They lost 2019 in overtime on a missed PAT. Then were at Ball State the next week, fell behind 28-7, came back, won that game, and that really got them rolling.
Yeah, that was, he called the watershed moment, really, where they realized they could play with people, and then the turnaround at halftime against Ball State really cemented it.
Final seconds of the quarter, and Franklin waltzes in. 24th rushing touchdown of the season for the true freshman from Tinley Park, Illinois.
All right, He just gets outstanding blocking on the edge. I talked about Eric Boyden, big number 89, the tight end. He just sealed the edge. Franklin just walked into the end zone.
Well, the previous team record for Western Michigan for rushing touchdowns in a season was 19, so he has obliterated that with his 24th. Point after by Haldeman. Missed it. Went left. So it stays 16-7 after the touchdown run by Franklin, but they get the points off turnover.
Well, he got the fumble, the high snap. Hare couldn't handle it. Recovered by Turner, and then punch it on in with Jarvian Franklin, no stranger to the end zone.
So Northern Illinois did not score after the Western Michigan fumble on special teams. Western Michigan does turn it into 6, but not 7 to the missed extra point.
You got to wonder, I think, you remember that one. Will it come back and haunt B.J. Fleck and company, losing out on getting that point?
Yeah, is that the message on the Northern Illinois sideline right now? Hey, make that hurt at some point. There's 2 seconds left in this first quarter.
Carey has to get something generated on offense. They really just have the one big play that they made for the touchdown. Other than that, haven't had anything put together yet.
Daniels from just outside the goal line.
A bunch of laundry.
Ball came out, flag came out.
Looks like Western ended up on the football. Another takeaway on special teams. This time the Broncos the benefactors. Ball definitely comes out. Take a look at it right here. Here's Daniels bringing it back on the return. And he's got that ball just kind of loose out there. You got to tuck it high and tight. And there it's out as the elbow comes down. That's close.
There are 2 fouls on the play during the return. Illegal block in the back. Return team number 50. This penalty is declined. Holding. Return team number 35. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is Western Michigan's ball. 1st and 10.
How about that?
Second Northern Illinois turnover.
Right here it is, and the key is the right forearm of Daniels. Does that elbow hit the ground before the ball comes out? I think that ball's out before that elbow hits the ground.
Because it hit the leg of his teammate, Bobby Jones. I think that's what forced it out at the end. They're going to take a look at it, but we've come to the end of the first quarter. An eventful first quarter from Kalamazoo.
Auburn, Alabama, Saturday ESPN.
Quarter, the last play of the first quarter, the fumble by Akeem Daniels was confirmed by the replay official during the break. Here it is again. He leans, he kind of jumps forward, trying to get extra yardage, and he hits the lower leg of his teammate Bobby Jones, and it definitely looked Ray like it popped out as a result of that before the elbow came down.
Yeah, definitely did. And officials saw that. That's confirmed. And P.J. Fleck says, yeah, baby, let's do a little backstroke.
Let's go to the other end. Since they refused both penalties, there's no untimed downs
to finish the quarter,
for the first quarter. So we do go to the second quarter.
And it'll be Western football, and they get it for the second consecutive time inside the 30-yard line of Northern Illinois due to a turnover.
Well, in that first quarter, time of possession, Western Michigan 11.5 minutes. Northern Illinois only had it for about 3.5. And the Broncos ran 23 plays to just 10 for the Huskies. You would have never thought that the way this game began.
Yeah. First 3 plays were an abomination for the Broncos, but they overcame it. And that's been their story all year.
So 2 turnovers from Northern Illinois. They had been extremely good at protecting the football all year. But here's Western Michigan, first play of the second quarter, on the 26 of Northern Illinois. In motion goes Braverman. Handed off straight ahead. Jarvian Franklin held up by Bobby Jones.
Get a lot of that motion, trying to basically set a screen. You know, the timing of it, that motion will come across just as the ball snapped, and it works as a screen to block out what the quarterback's doing with it. As a linebacker, I can tell you that's tough when you can't see clearly where that football is.
Davis, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. Play fake, he lost the football. And Terrell does jump on top of it. At zone read, he pulled it out of the belly of Franklin and didn't do so cleanly, and they're fortunate they didn't turn it back over.
Yeah, you're right on the exchange there, and it didn't look like he caught it on Franklin or anything of that nature. It just popped.
Go to TommyCopper.com.
16-7, Western Michigan leading Northern Illinois as we begin the second quarter. The last play of the first quarter, the fumble by Akeem Daniels, was confirmed by the replay official during the break. Here it is again. He leans, he kind of jumps forward, trying to get extra yardage, and he hits the lower leg of his teammate Bobby Jones, and it definitely looked like it popped out as a result of that before the elbow came down.
Yeah, definitely did. And officials saw that. That's confirmed, and PJ Flex says, yeah, baby, let's do a little backstroke.
Let's go to the other end. Since they refused both penalties, there's no untimed downs
to finish the quarter,
for the first quarter. So we do go to the second quarter.
And it'll be Western football, and they get it for the second consecutive time inside the 30-yard line of Northern Illinois due to a turnover.
Well, in that first quarter, time of possession, Western Michigan 11.5 minutes. Northern Illinois only had it for about 3.5. And the Broncos ran 23 plays to just 10 for the Huskies. You would have never thought that the way this game began.
Yeah. First 3 plays were an abomination for the Broncos, but they overcame it. And that's been their story all year.
So 2 turnovers from Northern Illinois. They had been extremely good at protecting the football all year. But here's Western Michigan, first play of the second quarter, on the 26 of Northern Illinois. In motion goes Braverman. Handed off straight ahead. Jarvian Franklin held up by Bobby Jones.
Get a lot of that motion, trying to basically set a screen. You know, the timing of it, that motion will come across just as the ball snapped, and it works as a screen to block out what the quarterback's doing with it. As a linebacker, I can tell you that's tough when you can't see clearly where that football is.
Davis, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. Play fake, he lost the football. And Terrell does jump on top of it. At zone read, he pulled it out of the belly of Franklin and didn't do so cleanly, and they're fortunate they didn't turn it back over.
Yeah, you're right on the exchange there, and it didn't look like he caught it on Franklin or anything of that nature. It just popped out of his hands. You know, it is a little chilly out there.
Temperature in the 20s today. No snow flurries right now.
Terrell wears a glove on the left hand.
Northern Illinois with a win. They head back to the MAC championship game for the 5th straight year. Western Michigan needs a win here, and an Eastern Michigan win over Toledo later. On the run, Terrell coming back to the football, incomplete at the 15. One for Darius Phillips. They do not convert on 3rd down.
A real nice play by Sean Lurie in the secondary, breaking that thing up. Stayed, and that's a hard thing to do. Stay with your man that long on a scramble situation and then stick to him on the scramble drill and come up with a PBU or a pass broken up. Pretty good football play there by Lurie.
Andrew Haldeman is long this year, is 36. He made one from 29 earlier. And this is a 44-yard attempt.
Hooked it right in there.
And does sneak it over the crossbar. Just enough from the junior. A season-long 44-yarder makes it 19-7 Broncos.
Nice little draw on that one. Brought it in from outside. And the Broncos capitalize with points off of a takeaway. 19-7. They lead here early in the second.
Western Michigan on top of Northern Illinois still early in this second quarter. Northern Illinois came into this game with only 8 turnovers in 11 games. They've turned it over twice in just over a quarter today. The high snap, the recovery, that was turned into a Franklin touchdown run. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Daniels coughed it up. Even though the drive went -1 yard, they do get the 44-yard field goal from Haldeman to pull out some points. And they lead at 19-7.
And Rod Carey's football team needs to get going because I don't see it in them right now. You know, they started out, really, it was Western hurting themselves with things, and that got Northern Illinois on the board to start things, but they have not really shown me anything where they're ready to play football here today.
Daniels and Turner back deep to receive this kick from Brett Scanlon. Illinois put up the first point, so it's 19 unanswered right now from the Broncos. From the 4, Turner. 20, 25, hit hard there at the 25, hangs on to the football. And that's where the Huskies offense will begin. What you just were alluding to, Ray. This is a big drive right now for Northern Illinois, even though it's still early in the second quarter.
Yeah, Sante Brown had a big hit on that kick return. Love to see that, but Drew Hare's got to get things going. This is Northern Illinois does not like to play from behind. They really prefer to play ahead and control the tempo of the game by running the football. They're going to have to throw a little bit now.
Hare looking for Daniels, low out of the backfield, incomplete. Not a great beginning for Hare today. He's now 3 of 7 through the air. 79 yards, does have the touchdown pass on the first offensive play of the game and went for 65 yards to Turner. So most of his passing offense came on that one play.
Right.
His first completion.
And that was just a short out throw, and basically all the run after the catch.
Fakes the jet sweep, keeps it. Hare breaks a couple of tackles, hurdles, and all the way near the marker at the 35, tackled by Trevor Ishmael. That wasn't a bad run there by
not
Hare.
at all. Pretty nifty, in fact, by Drew Hare. And he's done a good job running the football. He's closing in on 800 yards on the season. But you see him just avoid a couple of sloppy tackle attempts by the Broncos. They are a good tackling football team. But on that one, a couple guys that launched themselves, left their feet, and Hare made a miss.
10-yard run, so it's a first down. Northern Illinois from their 35. Here comes the blitz. He just throws it into the turf, incomplete. Was there anybody around?
Yeah,
Spillane coming in.
Running back over there. And Western moved around. It really didn't get lined up particularly well, but it got him in position to blitz. And Spillane, number 10, he's the linebacker, is going to get to the edge and come and put that pressure on. Actually, I take that back. That was 40 DePalma with the pressure.
Here's Daniels. It came up to the 43-yard line, tripped up by Robert Spillane.
And you will see Daniels get his shot running the football a little bit. They'll have Buono, number 28, come in. But the guy they like and who carries it for them is Cameron Stingley, number 42. He's in there now. He came to Northern Illinois as a linebacker. They converted him to a tailback, but he plays tailback like a linebacker.
Here's the give to Stingley. And with his strength, did he get there?
I think he's a little bit short. He'll get you some good scrum yards, but I don't think he got enough that time. He's going to be a yard shy.
Northern Illinois now 0 of 3 on third down today as he came up a yard short.
Big play up front. Nick Maddich, the true freshman, 300-pound nose tackle, stuffed that A-gap, and there was nowhere for Stingley to go.
Tyler Weedle on to punt.
Western with the defense out to prevent a fake.
High punt that Braverman is calling for a fair catch. And muffed! Loose to the sideline. Did they get it before it went out of bounds?
So. How about that? Mays comes up with it. And that's the third time on special teams we've had a turnover today.
It's an epidemic, and this time it benefits Northern Illinois.
Braverman, now this was a high hanging spiral kick. Braverman gets underneath it but can't make the play. And you see right there, Mays gets the recovery.
And recovered by the kicking team. First down, Northern Illinois.
In the field of play. That's close. Boom, right there. Ball's clearly recovered before it gets to the out of bounds, the sideline. And so Northern Illinois with a big break. See if they can come up with points off of this takeaway. Just a pure muff by Braverman.
Few little snow flurries start to fall.
Yeah, I heard one report
By the kicking team is under further review.
could get 1 to 3 inches here this afternoon, from what I understand.
We're going to take a look at this.
They want to make sure that recovery was in bounds. Be the only issue that needs to be looked at, because there's
Now watch Monahan, number 38. He gets pretty darn close
right
to Braverman, but no flag on that, so that's not what they're reviewing.
Right, there's no, you know, he did not interfere. You know, you have a potential for kick-catch interference. It wasn't there. Braverman had a fair shot to get the football. He just wasn't able to bring it in. And then the recovery, to me, by Mays, no question he's in bounds when he makes and takes possession of the football. Looked like somebody was, Peyton with the mittens on, couldn't quite handle trying to pick it up. But Mays fell right on it, in bounds. Shouldn't be a problem. As a replay official, Don Borden, taking a look at things, and he can, he's good at looking at things. He works as an optician at the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital in the real world. So, talk about an official needing glasses. Here's an official who gives people glasses.
They're going to make sure they're on the same page with the replay booth, which from what we saw, Ray, glasses, no glasses, it should at least stand, if not be confirmed.
Yeah, I can't see it, that it wouldn't be confirmed. Pretty obvious to me that Mays recovered it in the field of play.
Now, it is a little bit chilly, but I'm surprised by the 5 combined turnovers so far in this game.
Yeah, because it's not particularly wet. The
After
wind
review,
isn't bad.
the ball was recovered in bounds. The ruling on the field is confirmed. Northern Illinois ball, 1st and 10.
After coming up a yard short on 3rd down on that last possession for Northern Illinois, the punt, but then the Western Michigan turnover, and maybe the break that the Huskies need to crawl right back in the game. Only down 12 here with just over 11 minutes to go in this first half.
See if they take a shot to the end zone here early on. And the guy they like right there is Brown.
He comes in motion. They hand it off to Stingley. They need to get Stingley a little more involved in this game, don't they?
True, yes. And that, you know, that's the guy that sets the tone for him. On the season, 153 carries, 749 yards coming into the game. But he's played really much better the last 3-4 ball games.
They're rolling out. Throws towards the end zone, low, incomplete at the back of the end zone. Intended for Breskison.
Yeah, Saliskar had him all wrapped up. I mean, that would have taken a perfect throw to get it in there. And I expected Northern Illinois to start moving the pocket. And one of the reasons is the great pressure that you get from Cleveland Smith and Richard Ash, these defensive tackles for the Broncos. If you don't move the pocket, they're going to get in the pocket.
Here's the jet sweep. Daniels, then they reverse it to Brown. Eludes one tackler and then is hit at the 11-yard line. McKinney had a chance in the backfield, but it does go for positive yardage for Deron Brown.
Yeah, and you'll see McKinney misses him, but he forces Brown to go lateral, and that buys enough time for everyone else to show up, and Curry ends up making the play. He's the safety right back here. He's got great vision on everything, and then gets outside the blockers, gets back to his feet, and is able to stop them before they get the first down.
28-yard attempt for Christian Hagan. And that one looked like it was blocked.
It was.
Logan Ose, I believe, is the one that got a hand on it and blocked it for Western Michigan.
Huge play for the Broncos special teams. Flying across, good hold, kicks off, and there it is, the hand from the blitzer off the edge. It's Donald Seliskar making a play.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is nutrition.
19-7, Western Michigan on top of Northern Illinois. The field goal just blocked by Western Michigan. Seliskar came from the side of Doe, but it wasn't his hand. It was the fifth-year senior Richard Ash, number 9.
Yeah, we'll show you exactly how he gets it done here. You see right here he is, number 9. He's getting the pressure, working in on Aiden Conlon. But watch that big hand go up, and right there, he's the one who got the block on a low trajectory kick, really, from Hagan. And that helped Western Michigan escape after that turnover on the muffed punt catch by Daniel Braverman.
That's twice today that Northern Illinois has failed to take advantage of Western Michigan turnovers. A scamper up to the 28-yard line by Franklin.
Well, Franklin will hit that hole quick, even though it's a zone read play. A lot of times guys are more apt to dance. He will hit it quick, straight north and south with a big shoulder square. He's tough to bring down.
Right back to Franklin. Started to bounce it outside, cut it back in, and he has the first down up to the 33-yard line, picking up about 5 before he's held up by nose guard Corey Thomas.
And that's the gift that Franklin has to me. His strength is the vision and the ability to find those soft spots. And then as soon as he finds them, boy, he don't hesitate. He will put the foot in the ground and get upfield. He's exciting and fun to watch,
yeah,
Mark. I like that kid.
He scored 150 points now. That's a Western Michigan single-season record. The previous record was 138 for points in a season by a player. Fakes the handoff to Franklin, and then he's under pressure and brought down, sacked. Terrell sacked back at the 30-yard line.
And go ahead and let it run, fellas. You're just going to see the pressure come. And it was just really an outside move by Jason Meehan, who got there first. Meehan coming into the game leading the Mid-American Conference with 7 sacks.
Second down and 13 after the sack. Terrell's throw right into the hands of Boyden, the tight end. Forward progress across the 40. 10th catch of the year for the 240-pound redshirt junior.
Yeah, they don't really, use the tight ends a whole lot in terms of throwing the football to them, but you're going to see it's pretty wide open, a huge hole in the middle of the field, and Zach Terrell saw it and got it out quick. That's one thing, Terrell will not hold the football for too long.
Third down and 2. Their own 41. High snap, but brought down and into the arms of Franklin, who has the first down and more across midfield to the Northern Illinois 48, stopped by Bobby Jones.
And this Northern Illinois, watch, they're going to run a crossfire blitz and send both of these linebackers into that middle. But the problem is Western picks it up and they block it, and you get a huge hole for Franklin. And so the blitz, which is really a good call in that situation, kind of backfired because Western executed up front.
11-yard gain for Franklin, the 11th first down of the day for the Broncos. Terrell swings it out. That's Roberts at the 43-yard line. Kendrick Roberts, redshirt junior out of Flint, Michigan.
Northern Illinois came with that exact same blitz, the crossfire again, and Western picked it up. This offensive line for the Broncos doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion. You get a guy that's rushed for closing in on 1,500 yards and Jarvian Franklin. A lot of it is due to the guys up front and the work they've done.
Play fake, Terrell near side. Braverman slipped, stayed on his feet across the 30 to the 28-yard line, and another first down run out by Durant.
Braverman has done an outstanding job of turning into a threat after the catch. He's extremely quick, not big. I mean, 164 pounds, but he uses every ounce of it, and he's pretty nifty. In fact, when he first came here, we were talking to Kirk Shiraka, the offensive coordinator. He said Braverman was just too fast. We had to slow him down a little bit because he was kind of out of control. Once they got him down that notch, boy, is he smooth and a big part of this offense.
It was a 15-yard gain, first down, the 28 of Northern Illinois. And a timeout called by Western Michigan. They're going to use their last.
Yeah.
So we'll step aside.
Charge timeout.
6:05 to play in this first half from Kalamazoo.
A college football doubleheader begins tomorrow at 3:30 on ESPNU.
Well, Ray, we're only, 9 days away now from the final college football playoff rankings that's going to send us to where we want to be eventually. Right now, those are the four.
Yeah, I still got my eye on Ohio State. I think some way or another they're gonna work themselves up into that top four.
Alabama, Oregon, top two. Of course, Alabama has Auburn, the Iron Bowl coming up. And a little bit of snowfall in here in Kalamazoo, but the mascots are getting a little feisty.
You'd think the Husky would have an advantage, but the Broncos getting it done.
This is Husky weather, isn't it?
Right.
First down. Western Michigan from the 28-yard line of Northern Illinois. Franklin went in motion. Terrell looked in his direction. Has plenty of time across the middle. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Looking for Phillips, who did get a hand on it. Marlon Moore applied the hit.
And plenty of protection. It looked to me like Terrell initially wanted to go outside, but it wasn't there. And that's a nice throw. I mean, that's a strike. It was dropped before the hit came from Moore.
Ninth play of this drive coming up for the Broncos. It began at their own 20. Out to Phillips. I like to get him on the edge with his speed, but Braverman could only block one. There were a lot more white shirts over there.
And Northern Illinois did a nice job of rallying and getting people to the edge to take this thing on and make a play. It was really a combination of guys, but Brandon Mays, he came up and was the point of the attack, forced it to go outside to where he had help.
Western Michigan 4 of 6 on third down. By the way, on the other side, Northern Illinois has not converted a third down today, 0 for 4, but this is a 3rd and 6.
And like Davis over on the backside.
In time, Terrell throws. Phillips has it inside the 5, and a 1st and goal coming up from the 2.
What great patience by Zach Terrell, the quarterback, and the protection gave him the time to sit in his pocket and wait for that route to clear over the middle. This was just great work by this front in terms of picking up the pressure and giving the quarterback plenty of time to scan the field and come up with a late breaking open receiver.
Convert on third down for 13 yards. 1st and goal from just outside the 1. Give it to Turner. He lost the football, and Northern Illinois recovers. Durant. That ball flipped in the air and right into the arms of Durant, but the scrum is on. Well, what a big turn of events this would be for Northern Illinois, and indeed it is.
It looked like Corey Thomas, Mark, the nose tackle we talked about earlier, comes in from behind and knocks the ball out of Franklin's hands. Watch big number 69 right there. And I don't know that Franklin ever really had it put away good. But the swat, the big arm from Thomas right there, just basically compresses the elbow and it spits the football out, and the Huskies come up with a huge play on the goal line. And look at all these turnovers we've had so far today. 6 of them here so far.
4 fumbles for Western Michigan. Northern Illinois takes over with their own 2.
That was a huge turn of events there.
Now Hare from his own end zone, hit as he throws, incomplete in the direction of Brown.
Flag in the end zone. If that's offensive holding in the end zone, you're looking at a safety.
Which would be a big chain of events
it's
going the other way.
A chop block in the end zone. That could be that'd be a safety
Personal
too.
foul. Chop block. Offense, number 42 and number 47. The foul occurred in the end zone. The penalty results in a safety.
There it is. And it's a legitimate call. You can't high-low block a guy. If you're going to double team him, you both have to be up top. And you're going to see it flash right here. There's the high-low on the block. One guy cut him, another guy pushed him over the top. It's an illegal high-low block right there, and it occurred in the end zone. Pretty cut and dried. Not to Rod Carey, of course.
Well, we've had a number of times in this game, Ray, where back-to-back plays, we just see momentum swing and swing back and go the other way. And here's another example of that.
It's been a wild one thus far.
Well, Auburn looks to upset top-ranked Alabama in a rematch of last year's epic Iron Bowl. ESPN College Football, 15th ranked Auburn, number 1 Alabama, Saturday, 7:45 Eastern on ESPN.
How about that?
Which usually has a role in figuring out who the national champion is.
Might as well call it the play-in to the national championship, right?
That's the way it's worked out.
Alabama's on a bit of a roll, though. I got them as the #1 team in the country, and I'm not alone in that assessment.
Well, a free kick from the 20 after the penalty in the end zone, the chop block resulting in a safety.
So our score looks pretty conventional now at 21-7.
Wouldn't know that we've reached this point. You'd think 4 touchdowns, but that hasn't been the combined effort. The 19 juggled a little bit, but taken by Phillips. Phillips to the 35 and tackled at the 38, and a flag comes in there.
Get another blocking infraction. Western will be backed up inside their own 20 now.
It took a while before we had the game's first penalty, but we've kind of caught up since. Been a number of them here in the second quarter.
The turnovers are what are really surprising and shocking to me, because coming into this game, both these teams were in the position they're in because they've taken care of the football so well throughout the course of the season.
Again, this is a huge game for the MAC West Division. A Northern Illinois win. They win the MAC West Division for the 5th straight year. If Western Michigan wins, they would need a Toledo loss later today at Eastern Michigan to give Western Michigan the division crown.
I was joking with Coach Fleck. I said, you're all of a sudden a big Eastern Michigan fan, aren't you?
He downplayed that significantly.
Yeah, he chuckled about it, though. He couldn't deny it.
For one day, anyway, out to Braverman on the edge.
You have an illegal formation by the Broncos.
Mark Kluzinski, our referee today in this MAC crew.
Offense, 5 men in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
It happens. They set this Bronco offense behind the chains here with a 1st and 15. Coach Fleck keeping it positive. You know, he's got so much energy and he's so effusive. He has really carried this program to new heights here in a short time.
Stop made 17 by Michael Santa Catarina, number 7, the redshirt senior from Geneva, Illinois.
Yeah, he just took an open window and shot the gap, got up inside, split some blockers, and made himself a play. He gets lost in the shuffle at just 5'10".
Yeah, not a physically imposing guy, but really a smart football player.
Right, he knows where to go, and then he gets there quick.
Terrell on 2nd and long, backs up, sets up the screen pass, and Franklin bumped down at the 26 by Marlon Moore.
Nice execution on the screen by Zach Terrell. Watch his eyes. He's just looking it off, looking to the right, even with a little pump fake, knowing full well he's got something happening coming out the other way with the center, John Hoffing, leading that one-man screen for Franklin.
3rd down and 8.
It gets them in a somewhat manageable 3rd down situation.
And they've converted 5 of their 7 previous 3rd down attempts today. Terrell's pass out to the flat. Davis cuts back towards the sideline. He has the 1st down. Run out at the 38-yard line by Paris Logan. Nice catch, and then run after the catch by Corey Davis.
You can't give Corey Davis that much room. The defender who has him is about 10 yards off. And when you do that, then Davis is going to be able to not only catch the football, but make a move to get past you and get where he needs to go. To me, you got to get up there and play Corey Davis chest to chest.
13th 1st down for Western Michigan. They're now 6 of 8 on 3rd down conversions.
They're up pressing Davis now.
Terrell. Well, it's been deflected, but it still finds the receiver. And Braverman along the sideline did step out at the 42.
Braverman's got such quick feet. He gets a little crazy-legged at times, but he just does an outstanding job of tracking the football. Made the one-hand catch on that one, and then still was able to turn upfield. And kind of a blown coverage there. Nobody picks Braverman up coming across on the motion. Of course, they're in a bit of a zone underneath.
Crazy legs, huh?
Yeah, crazy-legged.
Good nickname. I think it's been used before.
Yeah, it's somewhat original.
Straight ahead. Darion Chance stopped by Rasheed Lemon.
And Chance comes in as a nice change of pace back to Franklin. A little different animal in Chance at 5'5", 161 pounds. He has surprising power for his size and runs real well between the tackles because he's hard to find.
Another 3rd down for the Broncos. See how successful they've been today on 3rd down.
Rolling it up.
Terrell lets it fly. Caught. He hung. Oh, nope, he dropped it. Had he hung on, it would have been interesting to see the spot. But Smalls, number 43, applied the big hit on Braverman.
Smalls is just playing a cover 2 corner, and he's sitting in the flat. And Terrell kind of led Braverman right into that big hit. And it'll bring out the punt team.
So the Broncos failed to convert a 3rd down for just the 3rd time in 9 tries today.
See the Huskies come out in their defense playing punt safe to ward off any fake.
First punt. Jay Schroeder as it bounced at the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. Timeout with just 1:08 left in this first half from Kalamazoo. 21-7 Broncos.
How'd I earn this bacon portobello melt? I got to work, only 12 minutes.
Studio coming up in just a few minutes at halftime. While you were enjoying Thanksgiving turkey, it was the Horned Frogs that were feasting on Bevo. We'll show you the statement they may have made to the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. We'll set the table for rivalry weekend and show you some highlights going on around the country. And what does home field advantage really mean, guys?
All right, thanks so much. Looking forward to that. Just 1:08 left here in the first half. Western Michigan and Northern Illinois in this big game for the MAC West Division. A Northern Illinois win, they win it outright. And Western Michigan win, they need some help, which would include a Toledo loss. Here's Hare to throw on first down. Hit as he throws, but has his man reaching back. Caught by Brown. All the way inside the 30-yard line. Deron Brown.
Great job by Drew Hare of hanging in there, because he's going to have pressure. You're going to see this linebacker come to the edge late, and then nobody picks him up. So Hare knows he's got to get rid of it, and he gets sandwiched between two guys, but he throws a strike, and Brown makes another play for this offense.
It was a 39-yard gain. Now the running play. It's just outside the 20, actually the 23-yard line for Daniels.
It's amazing to me, though, that Northern Illinois has yet to get Cameron Stingley, their big running back, going yet.
Well, coming up tomorrow at noon, Northwestern and Illinois each looking for bowl eligibility. Illinois Northwestern noon, part of All-State Saturday kickoff. Games also live on Watch ESPN. College football lives here. Ray, you and I will have a chance to scoot over to Evanston after this game and get ready for that Big Ten matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. A lot on the line in that one. It's a play into the bowls. Both teams at 5 and 6. So it should be a lot of fun there tomorrow down along the shores of Lake Michigan.
By the way, for Stingley, 3 carries for just 7 yards in this first half.
Yeah, haven't gotten him going at all.
Here on 2nd down and 4, going towards the end zone, and Brown jump ball deflected away. Broken up.
Oh, that was great coverage by Ronald Zamort. He ran the route basically for Brown. Brown had to run into him and was basically got thrown off the route, and then the nice knock away at the end right there, getting the fingers on it, was Rontavious Atkins coming over from the safety spot.
3rd down and 4. Northern Illinois has not converted a 3rd down yet in this game. 0 for 4. Hare drops incomplete at the 18-yard line by Turner.
All right, that's just a tough deal for Turner. He's got to make that catch. You see they end up with a bunch here, and Turner's going to go outside and then zip back inside, and there'll be an opening. See him run just a little swirl route, and it's there, and the throw's there, but he just couldn't make the catch.
40-yard attempt for Christian Hagan out of the hold of Chad Beebe, and the snap of Brian Mayer.
Get another one blocked here, huh?
Has the distance and got it through. That one true off the foot of Christian Hagan. And Northern Illinois does respond with points with just over a half-minute left in the first half.
Yeah, that's a big play, a big kick right there, as Hagan drills it through the snowflakes. Good execution on the snap, hold, and kick. You see Beebe is the holder. And watching film, I was watching Chad Beebe run, and I said, that's Don Beebe.
Well, pretty much.
Lo and behold, it's Don Beebe, the former Bills wide receiver and teammate of mine. That's his son. So I can see it didn't skip a generation in terms of the quickness in the Beebe family. Don Beebe was the fastest guy I ever played with.
Really?
You probably remember the play where he ran down Leon Lett in the Super Bowl. That epitomized and characterized Don Beebe in the way he went after things. 100% full speed to the end.
Well, Rod Carey's team, if they can hold him here and get it to the half with an 11-point game, especially if you throw out the first 3 plays of the game, Northern Illinois hasn't converted a 3rd down yet. They might only be down 2 scores.
Yeah, they've played not up to their usual caliber of football. The one that really saved them was the forced fumble down on the goal line by Corey Thomas that kept the Broncos out of the end zone. Here's your quarterback comparison today, Mark, and it is tilted heavily towards Zach Terrell. Just 6 times the ball's hit the ground, as you see the work that he does. Drew Hare has some catching up to do to match what Zach Terrell has been able to do.
You know, Terrell came in, with that 70% completion percentage on the season. He has a 75% completion percentage during their 6-game winning streak. He has a 79% completion percentage here at home at Waldo Stadium this year.
Those numbers are mind-boggling, and a big part of it is if they take a knee to run this half out is his receivers don't drop balls. I mean, it's very rare that a Bronco receiver will drop a pass.
Western Michigan will get the ball to begin the second half. This big game for the MAC West Division. A Northern Illinois win. They win it outright. Head to the conference championship game next Friday. Western Michigan needs a win and a Toledo loss to do so. Toledo needs a win of their own and a Western Michigan loss. But it's all going to play out on what is a snowy afternoon now here in Kalamazoo. 21-10, Western Michigan leading at the half. Now let's send it to the studio with Matt Schick and the college football halftime report.
Thank you, guys. So after trailing 7-0, Western Michigan outscores Northern Illinois 21-3 to end the first half and take a 21-10 lead into a very snowy locker room. Welcome into the very comfortable.
From Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan, about ready to start the second half. 21-10, Western Michigan leading Northern Illinois in this huge game to determine the champion in the MAC West Division. Happy Thanksgiving from Kalamazoo, along with Ray Bentley. I'm Mark Neely. You might look at the score, Ray, and say, okay, 21-10, just a normal run of the course first half. It was anything but. There was a lot of unusual undertones to that first half.
Yeah, it really was kind of wild with the turnovers. Who would expect that in the kicking game as well? And right now, it's Western Michigan's ball game. They have been dominant throughout, but it's been one of those crazy days where anything can happen. In fact, let's take a look at some of these crazy things that have happened here early on. You got the fumble on the snap. Hare not able to handle it. Western recovers and follows up with the Franklin touchdown. And things are going smoothly, and then they get another one on the ensuing return. It's fumbled by Daniels, picked up, and it results in the Western Michigan field goal. And then you get down on the goal line. Broncos ready to punch it in, but the fumble is forced as Franklin spits it up. Corey Thomas forces the fumble, and Northern Illinois has it, but they get an illegal chop block in the end zone. That costs them a safety. And that got us to our score at this point. As you look at some of these numbers, and boy, that Western Michigan defense has been outstanding. They've been slamming Northern Illinois, allowing just 4 first downs, 148 total yards, and Western has had the football. Look at that. That's a huge disparity there. 22-37 to just 7-23, and the turnovers, Western capitalizing on a couple of them.
And Northern Illinois did not capitalize with points on any of the Western Michigan turnovers, and Northern Illinois did not convert a third down in that first half. It's Western Michigan to pick up the football here in half number 2, and from the goal line, Phillips stopped near the 20. It's not a bad first half for Zach Terrell, the quarterback for Western Michigan. 18 of 24, 206 yards, 1 TD.
Yeah, he was outstanding. You know, the ball only hitting the ground 6 times, and he threw it 24. That's good work, and his receivers have stepped up for him, but he's made great decisions with the football, and they've gotten Franklin. He's got things going on the ground as well.
Snow is stopped here to begin the second half. First play of the half, not much running there for Franklin. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage where he's stopped by Boomer Mays, number 45.
Yeah, and Perez Ford got in there as well. As Northern Illinois, they just blitzed, and I think that's going to be their card here to play in the second half. I think they have to bring pressure, and they have to get after Franklin before he gets started. And they have to move Zach Terrell off his spot and force some bad throws from him, which is difficult to do.
Play fake, Terrell looks right and throws a strike at the 30-yard line. Davis with a first down up near the 39, tackled by Paris Logan.
Watch the poise of Zach Terrell in the pocket here. He stands, waits, and then lets it go when it needs to be let go. That shows me the confidence that he has. The feet don't get happy. They just stay planted. That's a confident kid playing quarterback right now.
And a 16-yard gain for a first down at their own 39. Give it this time, and a hole for Franklin. Goes for close to 10 on first down before he's held up by Corey Thomas.
Franklin does such a great job of looking backside. His eyes are going to be looking for something back here, even though the running play is designed to go to the other side. See how he sees, and that's the first thing he checks is the backside edge. And boy, that's the quickest, point to get to. And he takes it and moves the chains.
It was a gain of 10, so first down right near midfield for Western Michigan. Back to the true freshman, Jarvian Franklin, stopped by Marlon Moore.
And that's the same exact play he ran previously, only this time Northern Illinois took away the cutback, so Franklin bounces it to the play side. His vision and his ability to find where that seam is what sets him apart.
Franklin. He's only going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down. And this is a big game for the MAC West Division. The game that's playing a part is Toledo. They're just kicking off at Eastern Michigan on ESPN3. If Northern Illinois wins this game, they're the West Division champ. Western Michigan needs a win and a Toledo loss. Toledo needs the opposite of that. They need a win and a Northern Illinois loss.
Yeah, all three teams just one loss in MAC play thus far.
Franklin, third and short.
There's some scrum yards.
That's second and third effort. Looks like he'll have the first down just outside the 40.
And that's one of the things that Franklin really impresses you on when you watch him on film. When he gets in a scrum where there's bodies and people all around him, invariably he is able to push the pile forward, keeping them legs going. See how he keeps the feet going and keeps the lean forward. He even gets his back into this one. And he gets extra precious yards, in that case, move the chains.
He was dragging 245-pound Boomer Mays for the last yard or two of that. 21 carries, 75 yards for Franklin. And now a run, bouncing off a few tacklers up inside the 35-yard line goes Chance.
And Chance is he's a different flavor. He's one of those really quick darting type backs that gets lost amongst the tall trees at just 5'5", fifth-year senior, able to get things done. He's had a really nice career. He's seen a lot in his time at Western Michigan, and good for him to have a successful senior season on the way out the door.
Davis, the receiver at the top of the screen. Give the Chance again. Wrapped up by Ben Compton. And with the spot will be close, but a little short of the first down.
Yeah, Compton was unblocked on the play and was able to keep the shoulders parallel and come down the line of scrimmage and make the play. Third and a short yard. Odds are pretty good. You give it to big number 31 in this situation.
Yep, he's popped right back into the game. And Western Michigan converting 70% of their third downs today. Came in converting 48% on the year. It's the 9th play of this drive, opening the second half. In motion, Braverman, but they give it to Franklin. Didn't get much, but got enough to the 30. Lemon wrapped him up, but he will have the first down.
And that's all on Jarvian Franklin, knowing where it is. He's going to see a bubble occur over on the backside. See it right there? He saw it. He had to kind of get his feet right to push it towards that particular area, but he knew he had first down yardage right there.
He has 38 receiving yards as well. Has a career high for catches in a single game with 4 at this point. Terrell pulls it down. Now he's going to run with it. Runs past the defender and has probably, with the spot, another first down inside the 20.
Zach Terrell makes great decisions in terms of when to pull it down and run. And he's going to see basically an opening. And look at all this space that he's got in order to work with. So he's going to get one-on-one on a linebacker. He makes Santa Catarina miss and gets another first down for this Bronco offense. Nice little drive they got going here.
Franklin barreling again, but stopped at the 13 by Marlon Moore.
He gave Moore a little bit of a headache shot on this one. Again, the vision that he finds the hole and then lowers the shoulder and keeps the legs driving. He just does it all. This kid, as a freshman, true freshman, and the impact that he's made and the growth that he'll have throughout his career, he's going to be a special one. Stay healthy. Broncos continue to dominate time of possession.
Franklin again. To about the 11-yard line.
You know, and you have to give credit to this offensive line, too. They are creating holes. That time he ran up behind Willie Beavers and James Kristoff on the left side of that line. Hoffing's been playing well at center, and then you've got Moulton and Rodriguez on the right side. This is an outstanding offensive line that has been getting it done all year long for P.J. Fleck.
And 10 straight rushing plays on this drive for Western Michigan on 3rd and 2, where they make it 11 in a row. They do. And with Franklin up to the spot here,
It
he's
looks
going to be
like
short.
They gave him a tough mark there.
Yeah, I thought he was past the 10, but they're spotting him down right at the 10.
That'll make P.J. Fleck have to make a decision here. If I'm Fleck, I'm going to get my 3 points, but it looks like they're going to go for it here.
We've already eaten up 7.5 minutes. Well, I think the players were lobbying. They were just kind of looking like, hey, we're not coming off the field, so you do what you want to do, but we're going to stay.
Call a play, coach. We're going.
4th and less than a yard. He kept it.
He didn't get it.
With the reach, I don't think so either. Marlon Moore and Rasheed Lemon wrapped him up shy of the 10. Then he leaned and lunged forward with the football.
That's why I said, Mark, get your 3 points. You know, make it a 14-point game. And if you don't get it, it could be a huge momentum swing. And that's exactly what it is right now as Northern Illinois comes up with this stop and they get possession of the football.
Wow, that is exactly what the Huskies needed. A stop on 4th down.
Lemon and Moore, the two combined to make the tackle and stop Zach Terrell from getting that extra yardage he needed. And he ended up about a half a yard short.
Well, 14 plays on that drive, almost 8 minutes, and they come up without any points.
And that, again, is why I said kick the field goal. Take your points and at least get something out of this drive. And the double-edged deal is if you don't get it, not only do you then not have gotten it, but you also give Northern Illinois a tremendous boost. And they need it because right now they are not playing inspired football as of yet.
So the Huskies will have the football on offense for the first time in the second half when we come back to Kalamazoo.
Over 30 Black Friday. Auburn, Alabama, Saturdays 7:45, ESPN.
Matt Chick here in the studio with this update. Remember, Western Michigan can win the division with a win today and a loss by Toledo at Eastern Michigan. The latter portion of that not looking very good. Logan Woodside to Corey Jones, 41 yards. You can check it out on your iPad, laptop, ESPN3, guys.
Well, things going the Rockets' way right now. Thanks, Matt. You know, if it turned out to be Toledo and Bowling Green for the MAC championship at Ford Field next Friday, 2 schools only separated by, what, about a 20-minute drive, but they are in separate divisions, but they are huge rivals.
That they are, and, you know, they played earlier in the year. Toledo beat Bowling Green. Toledo's beaten Bowling Green 5 consecutive times.
Toledo's only conference loss this year about 2.5 weeks ago to Northern Illinois. Of course, Western Michigan's only conference loss was their conference opener to Toledo by 1 point in overtime on a missed point after.
Northern Illinois' only loss, Central Michigan came over and beat them 34-17.
Which ended their 28-game home winning streak, the Cow. So you're caught up. This is Northern Illinois' first possession of the half after Western Michigan turned it over on downs and a throw to Turner. Hit hard at the 15. By Donald Seliskar, gain of 5.
Chad Beebe threw a nice block to give Turner a chance to gain just those 5 yards. think they really need to get the running game going. They're not behind by too much, and that's what this team really thrives on. And the guy they need to get going is Cameron Stingley, but he's not even in the game.
Only 7 rushing yards for Stingley in the first half from the empty backfield, incomplete at the feet of Brown, and also in the vicinity of Akeem Daniels. 3rd and 5, and here they face 3rd down, and they've not converted a 3rd down today, 0 for 5.
No, and they have not looked particularly good. Even in that play, somebody ran the wrong route. You never have 2 guys shoulder to shoulder on a short route like that, but yet that's what Brown and Daniels kind of stood there. Somebody messed that up. Now a big 3rd down.
Hare thrown to the far side, and a 1st down catch at the 25. That's Beebe up to the 28, and they convert on 3rd down for the first time today on 6 tries.
And the key was the protection as Western brought an all-out blitz. They're going to bring both inside linebackers coming up the gut, and the protection is perfect. They pick it up. There's no pressure, extra pressure. Hare's able to set up and make the timing throw to Beebe to convert that 3rd down attempt.
You bring Stingley into the game now, along with Wanyo. Running left, Wanyo turns the corner down the sideline. We'll see where they mark him out. Comes tumbling down about the 25, but they spot him out at the 31-yard line. Joel Wanyo.
Wanyo. He capitalizes on a nice block from Tyler Luce, the left tackle. You watch him, he kind of gets to the edge and he kicks out the corner, and it was sealed on the inside, and that opened it up big time for Wanyo.
41-yard run. Now a strike over to Brown, and it seems like now, Ray, this Northern offense finally starting to find a spark.
Yes, and it came on the ground game, and I'm telling you, that's what you're going to have to do to get this Western Michigan defense loosened up. Because right now they're playing big inside the box. They're keeping plenty of numbers in there.
Give to Daniels. Up near the 1st down at the 21.
It'll be close. Richard Ash, who came over from the University of Michigan, a 5th-year senior, number 9 on that defensive line for the Broncos, involved heavily in that one, and he is a huge difference maker for Western Michigan up front.
They do give it as a 1st down, and there's another carry. Daniels squeaks through, and he's headed to the end zone. First rushing touchdown of the year for Akeem Daniels, and Northern Illinois gets exactly what they needed.
And they had a great block by their center, Andrew Ness. He took Richard Ash out of that play one-on-one, and that created the hole.
21-yard touchdown run for Akeem Daniels. Point after for Hagan. It's through, and right now, Ray, that failure to convert on 4th down looking really big here in quarter number 3.
Right, and I'm sure P.J. Fleck is wishing he had another chance at that one. Kick the field goal instead of going for it, because it has turned around. We got us a ball game.
A.J. Green, he's just like you.
ESPNU College Football is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops Santa's Wonderland. Time passes. Hold on to Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Huge game for the MAC West Division. Western Michigan's lead down to 21-17 over Northern Illinois with 5:07 to play in this 3rd quarter. Great to have you along with us. With Ray Bentley and our great ESPN crew, I'm Mark Neely. And Ray, we've got ourselves a football game again.
How about it? Yeah. All of a sudden, Northern Illinois with that big stop on the 4th down, and then the touchdown drive, got the running game going. Things done changed.
7 plays, 90 yards in just about 2 minutes. Here's the return for Phillips. Slung down at the 25. Let's check in with the studio once again and say hey to Matt Schick.
Yeah, hey guys, update you on what's going on in Eastern Michigan, where the field, the way it looks, is comparable to Eastern Michigan's emotions. Logan Woodside to Justin Olak makes it 14-0 Toledo on Eastern Michigan. Meanwhile, Marshall, a 3-touchdown favorite, trailing 42-21 in the second quarter to Western Kentucky. Yikes.
Man, thanks very much. Every time I see a highlight from Eastern Michigan, I think initially the picture's gone to black and white.
Yeah, all right, with that gray surface.
Well, Northern Illinois with a win. They take the back West Division. Western Michigan, if they win, they need a Toledo loss, but that's not going to plan right now.
No, that's a tough one right there. And of course, if Western knocks off Northern, Toledo wins, then Toledo is your MAC West champ, and they'll take on Bowling Green next Friday night at Ford Field for all the MAC marbles.
There was a flag on the return and a legal formation on the kick from Northern Illinois. So that adds to the return. So Western Michigan begins this drive at their own 31-yard line. Terrell hands it off to Franklin. Stopped by Mario Jones.
I think Western Michigan needs to start attacking the perimeter of this Husky defense. They are jammed up on the inside. You've got the defensive linemen are doing a good job now of playing off blocks. They're pinching things off inside. Coach Fleck needs to try it on the edge.
And the first possession for Western Michigan in the second half went nearly 8 minutes. Came up empty. Turned it over on downs, trying to go for it on 4th and 1 from about the 10. Terrell looking right towards Franklin. Now in a pickle, but running out of it to the 37, 38-yard line. He was tackled by Liddell Fleming.
Terrell has a pretty good job of scrambling. He wanted a face mask call. And I think he had every right to expect one. I don't know if it got grabbed. You know, it's a forearm across it, but it didn't really get grabbed. So I think it's a good no call by the officials.
I think you're spot on with that, Ray.
It happens once in a while.
Down in 3. Terrell intercepted. Stepping in front of that pass, Albert Smalls, a true freshman.
And that's going to the well one too many times. That's been a big play, the double slant from the two receivers to the field. And Terrell throws it to a spot, and it's up to Davis to get to that spot, but he couldn't because of the great body position of Albert Smalls, who stepped in front, basically ran the route for Davis, and takes it away.
9th pick thrown by Terrell this year for Smalls, his 2nd interception of the season. 5 Western Michigan turnovers. Northern Illinois, though, has not turned any of the previous 4 into points.
You have to capitalize on it. Now would be a good time if you're a Husky fan.
Daniels, the back, they fake the jet sweep to Turner, and Hare tackled for a loss back at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Nathan Braster, he stayed home and played assignment football. And that's what you need to do when you get option stuff coming at you, which is exactly what that was. I mean, this is just a veer play. You fake the dive and keep. And not only did Braster get it done, but Zamort stayed home at the corner.
It lost 3. Hare decides to take off, and there's not much room there. He will gain maybe a yard or 2. Cleveland Smith with the tackle.
Yeah, he ran head on into Cleveland. Not good. Good coverage down the field, too. There was nowhere to go with the football. Hare was trying to take a deep shot, but Zamort just put a blanket over Brown.
3rd and 12. They finally converted on 3rd down for the first time in the game on their last possession, but they're still only 1 for 6 in that department today.
Curry on the blitz.
Here he comes. Curry chasing. Throw towards BB. Incomplete. Inside the 15. Zamort with the coverage.
Great play by Zamort. Not only did he stick with BB, but then he was able to find the football and make a play on it at the end. There's the pressure coming on the blitz. And a well-thrown ball, but Zamort, he just was in the perfect spot. You see him get his head around and find the football, which so many guys fail to do, and then he's able to make a play on it. That's good defense all around. It was actually Trevor Ishmael who had that blitz, not Curry, who put the instant pressure on Drew Hare. Western defense answered after their turnover.
Tyler Weedle's punt. Northern Illinois still is not converted on any of the 5 turnovers, but they're going to down this one at the 2-yard line. Weedle pins in Western Michigan after a 44-yard punt.
Florida State. $1 fantasy football.
21-17, Western Michigan on top of Northern Illinois with 2:06 left in this third quarter. Coming up tomorrow at noon, Northwestern and Illinois each looking for bowl eligibility from Evanston at noon Eastern time tomorrow. And then Saturday on ESPNU, Big Ten newcomers look to bolster their bowl game resumes. Rutgers, Maryland, 3:30 Eastern time. Then Duke looking for a back-to-back 9-win season. That would be program history for the Blue Devils as they host the Demon Deacons.
Coach Cutcliffe getting it done over there with the Dukies.
Western Michigan pinned in at their own 2-yard line after Tyler Weedle's 44-yard punt was down at the 2. Braverman in motion. They fake the handoff, the jet sweep to him, and hand it off to Franklin, trying to get a little breathing room there, and he goes for a couple up near the 4.
And this Northern Illinois defense made some adjustments at halftime and have done a much better job of taking care of the run. And in large part, they're bringing Deshaun Durant, the safety, up into the mix a little bit more.
Back to Franklin. The scrum carries him just across the 5. Going to set up a 3rd down. And a long 6.
Western being pretty conservative in this area of the field. The last thing they want to do is turn the ball over again, which I find totally amazing. They've turned it over 5 times, and yet they still have a 21-17 lead here.
Yeah, 5 turnovers. Northern Illinois has not converted points on any of the 5 Broncos turnovers today. Third down and 6. Kept it on the ground. Perez Ford making the play defensively on the tackle of Franklin, and that is a quick 3 and out from deep inside their own territory for Western Michigan.
Yeah, outstanding job by that Northern Illinois defense to force Western into this punting situation.
Maybe waiting for the the quarter to end here.
Yeah, and they can actually, the play clock isn't even running, so they're just going to let that thing run down to 0 and take a little break.
Headed to the 4th quarter in Kalamazoo in this MAC West Division battle. The Northern Illinois rally and win, and they win the division to play Bowling Green in the conference championship game next Friday. Western Michigan and Toledo have other ideas. 21-17 after 3.
Auburn, Alabama, Saturday 7:45, ESPN.
Well, as we head towards the 4th quarter, let's take a look at today's game track brought to you by Taco Bell. Northern Illinois, the only point so far in this second half on the Akeem Daniels 21-yard touchdown run. 5 Western Michigan turnovers. Northern Illinois has not converted any of those into points. Franklin nearing 100 yards rushing for Western Michigan. And Terrell, all in all, has had a nice day throwing the football.
And the kids are having a lot of fun sliding down the hill here. I want to go do that. Maybe after the game.
Post game, yeah. Well, Western Michigan on the first play of this fourth quarter will punt out of their own end zone.
Northern could end up with really good field position here.
Jay Schroeder's punt. He gets a good one away, a great one away, sending Beebe all the way back to his own 40. But now has some room, cuts back, stumbles across midfield. He's down at the 47-yard line of Western Michigan. Nice return for Beebe, who had to retreat about 15 or 20 yards just to get that booming punt from Jay Schroeder.
Schroeder just bombed that one.
Well, here we are at the Thanksgiving season, and a couple of nights ago, the Western Michigan players went to the Kalamazoo Gospel Mission on Wednesday afternoon to help out, putting some meals together that were delivered to folks around the community. Also served some meals as well, all part of their community outreach here at Western Michigan University. Here's a run, and I haven't said Stingley's name much because Buono has had a couple of big carries off the bench.
Yeah, he popped a big run in the previous drive, and now he gets this one started with another nice one.
And a 15-yard run there. First down at the 32 of Western Michigan. Northern Illinois trying to pick up the go-ahead score here. They've not led since the early moments of this game. That one stacked up well, though.
Yeah, Gerald McKinney, the defensive end, he was late lining up. I think it might have helped him as he came through basically unblocked. Kept the shoulder square to the line, played it on down, came up with a nice tackle.
Buono, 3 carries, 57 yards. Stingley is into the game here on a 2nd down and 10. On the quarterback draw, Hare, took a big pop at the 28-yard line on his way down to the turf.
Yeah, he will take shots, and Atkins delivers the mail on the hit. Let's take a listen to this one. Hello. Boy, guys just love to hit quarterbacks. I don't know why that is.
You still probably dream about that at night.
Something special about it. It just feels a little bit better than hitting somebody else.
3rd down and 6.
Double stacks for these Husky receivers.
Hare looking, throws across the middle. Is that caught? Yes. First down catch at the 17.
That's caught by number 81, Clayton Glasper. And, you know, that's just good patience by Drew Hare. Had the 2 guys crossing underneath. Had Brown if he wanted him, but he held on to it and took the one at the next level, hitting Glasper.
A rare catch for Glasper. Comes at a big time, and now Daniels with the run. Pulled down at the 13-yard line by Western Michigan and Ronald Zamort.
Western's not ready to go, and the Huskies are turning up the speed.
And there's Daniels, stopped just short of the goal line, lost the football.
He was down.
And it looks like he was down first.
But Western Michigan, they were still waiting for a call and weren't lined up. You see, the defensive line, only a couple guys got their hands on the ground. Yeah, that was definitely, it popped out late, but the little bit of tempo here used by Northern Illinois caught Western on their heels on that last play.
Go with a jumbo package here.
Yeah, I'd run play action on this first one.
Hands it off. Stingley hitting the backfield.
And that's why.
By Richard Ashe.
And Grant DePalma, also the linebacker, he got geared up and came in there. And Western Michigan is selling out to stop the run. That's why I really like on 1st or 2nd down, run a little play action in this situation. You'll have a guy wide open.
Northern Illinois trailed 21-7 in this game. Inside the final minute of the 2nd quarter. Got a field goal late, so it was 21-10 at the half. Turner in motion. Fake the jet sweep to him. Hare takes off and into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
How about that?
His 6th rushing touchdown of the season for the NIU quarterback.
Nobody home. Nobody plays contain on the back edge. You see Spillane show up a little bit late, but That's as easy as it'll get for Drew Hare, and all of a sudden, Northern Illinois, out of nowhere, has the lead.
Christian Hagan out of the hold of Chad Beebe. Straight through. 24-21. Northern Illinois with 11:37 to go. When the score goes up in Toledo, Rocket fans will not be happy. The Huskies making their way back, lead it by 3.
Over 30 Black Friday doorbusters at Joseph A.
$10 Fantasy Football World Championships. Get to DraftKings.com now.
Well, after Northern Illinois scored a touchdown 12 seconds into the game, Western Michigan scored 21 unanswered. Now Northern Illinois 17 unanswered. So we say happy Thanksgiving to some of our crew. Justin Rome. Jeff Steyer on that camera. You can't see Jeff. Jeff, say hey, Jeff.
Bundled up, ain't he?
Hey, Jeff. Over to John Brunn's spot. Making a phone call.
Ordering a pizza.
Justin Culverhouse behind that camera. Hey, Justin. Another one of our camera folks.
Definitely a hearty group.
On this snowy day now. We all had a Thanksgiving. There's Gus Sims. We had our Thanksgiving dinner together last night at the hotel, so all of us away from family. And spent it with our TV family, which was nice.
A very apropos toast from our producer, Todd Coops.
11:37 to go. Josh Horn's kick taken at the 4-yard line by Phillips. Forward progress up to the 22-yard line, and right now Northern Illinois, Ray, is feeling that momentum. They are playing with a little extra juice right now.
Yeah, you can see it, just the energy and the way that they're flying around now and getting after it. Peyton with the big hit on that kickoff coverage unit. And all of a sudden, as this thing's winding down, Northern Illinois has got a little bit of pep to their step.
The Husky win today, and they win the Back West for the 5th consecutive year. Western Michigan from their 22. Terrell, play fake. Time, throws, open, dropped at the 40-yard line.
You don't see that very often.
Braverman.
He was running the drag route across the middle, and it's a little bit behind him. He'll come in from the left side of your screen, and there's the ball thrown, and that's an easily catchable football. It looked to me like Daniel Braverman took his eyes off of it, and of course it comes back with a holding call on Mario Rodriguez, the right guard. Getting beat and just grabbed the man going around him.
So Northern Illinois accepts the penalty, and then will push Western Michigan back to their own 12. First down at 20.
It puts this offense to the challenge here.
Quick screen out to Franklin. Used his block on the edge from Braverman, and he lowered his head and put a hurt on Anthony Brooks, the cornerback there on the near side.
Yeah, somebody buy Brooks a ticket to get him back in the ball game, because Franklin limping a little bit at the end, but he delivered a pretty healthy shot.
That he did. Clock rolling, just over 11 minutes to go. Under a light snow in Kalamazoo. For the gain of 7, 2nd and 13. Chance to the 25, held up by Rasheed Lemon. Western Michigan 1-11 a year ago. Their only win came at UMass by 1 point. This year, one conference loss. That was to Toledo in overtime in the conference opener. And look at the difference, points a game and yards.
Yeah, it's amazing the way this offense has turned around. And large part to do with that. Zach Terrell, the quarterback, and then the addition of the true freshman, Jarvian Franklin.
Came into this game winners of 6 in a row, their longest winning streak since 2008. Terrell on the run. Lost the football, but he's fortunate he unintentionally batted it out of bounds.
Perez Ford with the pressure and the sack. And watching on film, he's an outstanding player. He's kind of, see him right here? He's basically working as a spy. And that's exactly how you play the spy. Once the quarterback makes a commitment, you light it up and go get him, and that's exactly what Ford did.
Well, the Husky defense has really stepped out. That's back-to-back 3-and-outs for the Western Michigan offense.
And that one really, the penalty, the holding on Rodriguez, put him way behind the chains.
Jay Schroeder's punt. Taking a roll inside the 45, down at the 43-yard line, which is where Northern Illinois will begin with excellent starting field position.
Sentra with Bose Audio and Nissan Connect technology. Spread your joy. Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Over 30 Black Friday doorbusters at Joseph A. Bank. Like heathered wool coats or merino top coats, $99. And camel hair blazers, just $99. Shop doorbusters online now. And in stores all day Friday starting at 8 a.m. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Man, these boneless chicken wings are great.
Yeah, I know, and I finally found myself a wingman.
You're gonna use the wing as your wingman?
Yeah, for the ladies.
It's gonna give you that certain je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais what?
Be a wingman with new all-white meat, boneless chicken wings in 3 flavors. This is how you Sonic.
Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Who can get it? Who can get it? Who can get it?
Football's king of South Mississippi. All summer, running 7-on-7, 98 degrees, busting your butt for one thing. That's to play on Friday nights. This is a man's game. You understand? You're going to get hit in the mouth, you're going to get challenged. Our quarterback wears a Tommy Copper elbow sleeve, and he loves that. We got to make sure that we play at the highest level we can play. Anytime you can get your kids in a high-quality product, I think they perform a little bit better. If you feel good, you play good. If you look good, you perform better. And we wear it every day. Looking for leaders, guys. Bring the energy every day. Tommy Copper helps us bring our kids back a little bit quicker maybe than normal. We've got every one of our kids in Tommy Copper. There are going to be days when it's hard. That's why you play the game, is because you love it. To get the best compression in the game, go to TommyCopper.com.
ESPNU College Football is brought to you by Sonic's new boneless chicken wings and Jiffy Lube. Leave worry behind and stop by Jiffy Lube today for a signature service oil change.
From Kalamazoo, 9:13 to play fourth quarter, 24-21. Northern Illinois leading Western Michigan. Huskies take over after the Western Michigan punt.
Big thing for the Huskies, Mark. 99 rush yards in the second half after only 30 in the first.
Wanyo with the carry. Well, coming up Saturday, historic Big Ten rivalry, the Wolverines and Buckeyes. Saturday at noon Eastern Time, 9 Pacific on ABC. And then the Seminoles fighting to stay perfect in a showdown with the Gators. Florida State, 3:30 Eastern on ESPN. On to the far side. Out at the 47-yard line.
A little sweep play by Buono trying to get the edge, but Broncos defense strung it out pretty good. Forced this third down try. Big down right here for this Bronco defense. Can they get Northern Illinois off the field and get their offense another chance to try and take the lead back in this game?
Bring in the big 6'1", 235-pound tailback Stingley.
Nice time for play action off of this. We'll see what they come up with.
In motion, Daniels. Handed off. Buono, first down. to the 43-yard line of Western Michigan. Tackled by Jarrell McKinney, but not before the first down run.
Yeah, you get a really nice double team right here, and that kind of clears out. I mean, that washed that whole Western side of the line out to the edge, creating the room for Guanyo.
Under the 8-minute mark. Hare to throw. Daniels turns it upfield. Pushed out at the 38-yard line.
Call that the submarine boot play because Daniels ran his route actually behind the line of scrimmage, trying to hide in there.
Gain of 5, second down and 5. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen and another handoff. Daniels. Only about a yard. Number 9, Richard Ash, the transfer from Michigan, with the tackle.
Ash making a big play alongside his buddy Cleveland Smith in there. Those two guys together create a formidable two-man front for this Bronco defense.
Northern Illinois did not convert a third down in the first half. They are 3 of 9. Third down overall now today.
Look for Drew Hare to get to the edge. Here he comes.
Roll him out. Now he has to cut back. Breaks free, and there he goes. Hare inside the 15, pulled down. Almost looked like a horse collar, and it was.
Exactly what it was. Zamora just horse collared him. But it was Trevor Ishmael who had Drew Hare in his sights for a tackle for no gain, and Drew Hare just puts a move on him. Boom, right there, stiff arm, and off to the races. And there's your horse collar right there from Zamora.
So that one missed tackle rate, it's the difference between Northern Illinois punting and now, after the penalty, going to have a first and goal.
No doubt, and that's one that Ishmael has to make.
There is no foul for a horse collar tackle on the play. The player grabbed the top of the jersey and not the opening. First down.
A good call by the officials because you can grab jersey up there. You just can't hook the top of the shoulder pads. And you see that's obviously a grab on the jersey and not the pads. So a good play by Zamora.
It won't be first and goal, but it is a first down at the 13-yard line. Nonetheless, a big missed tackle that let Hare keep running. Now Daniels cutting back up to the 10 for a gain of 3 before he's stopped by Robert Spillane.
And the Bronco defense needs to sell out and call everything they need. They have to force a field goal attempt in this series. To go down double scores, they have not produced a whole lot of offense here in the second half. That would make you think they could come back.
They have not scored in this second half. 6 minutes to go. Hare fade in zone, diving catch. Looked like he was out of bounds, and he was. Brown caught it.
Just great body position by Seliskar as he just forced the receiver Brown out of bounds. You see the right foot came down out of bounds, even though Brown made the catch. This is not going to count because he got to be inside the sideline there.
Another big third down, a 3rd and 7. They can get a first down without scoring.
Play of the game for the Bronco defense right here.
They're 4 of 5 on 3rd down and a half, and Hare wanted to take off again, but this time is tackled back at the 10 by Grant DePalma. He got just enough to bring Hare down and force the field goal attempt.
Huge play by Grant DePalma, who is really a great story himself. You know, he was played Division III ball his freshman year and decided, you know what, I'm better than this. I can play at a higher level. So he shows up at Western Michigan, walks on, and works his way into the starting linebacker position and makes all the calls. Extremely intelligent football player.
Really one of their leaders on defense and leading tackler. Made a big one there. Here's Hagan. Hit the upright. It is no good.
How about that one? PJ Fleck is showing that vertical, getting up a little chest bump on the sideline as the defense rises up and gets away with no points.
Wow. 26-yard attempt off the upright. This stays
Doink.
a 3-point game.
Magic here in the studio. Western Michigan not doing itself any favors in its own game and not getting any help from Eastern Michigan anyway. Logan Woodside to Wiltshire here. Woodside, the quarterback for Toledo, 4 completions, 3 of them for touchdowns, 156 yards in the first quarter. 21-0 Rockets, guys.
Well, Matt, big day here in the MAC West Division. Right now, Western Michigan still breathing after Northern Illinois. 10 plays, ate up over 4 minutes, but field goal attempt off the left upright.
Double pass? No.
Chance falls forward to the 22. Had to fight just to get a couple of yards. You were sniffing something out there, Ray?
Yeah, I thought that was a lateral on the pass to the edge, setting up a potential double pass from Chance. And this Western offense has been shut down by Northern Illinois here in the second half. They've only managed 85 yards, 23 through the air and 62 on the ground after rolling up 256 in the first half.
In motion, Braverman. They fake the jet sweep to him. Terrell wants to throw. He's going deep. Davis a little push and almost intercepted by Paris Logan.
Logan was in perfect position, Mark. That's why you called it the little push. And that was just to get him out of the way. You see, that route was actually run better by Logan than it was by Davis. And the push really cost him the timing on it.
And a huge third down here for Western Michigan, a 3rd and 8.
They're running out of chances. See, Northern Illinois showing just a 3-man rush. We'll see if they'll bring a 4th or if they drop all 8 in the coverage.
Terrell running out of time, takes off. Can he get there? Yes! Across the 30. Just enough. Stopped by Scan, Folliard, and that moves the chains and keeps the drive alive for the Broncos.
You know, and you have here's your spy, and actually it's 44. Excuse me, Perez Ford. He's the spy, but he got taken way out of position, and so he's no longer effective as a spy. And Terrell gives him a little pump fake, get him off his feet, and then tucks it away and picks up a critical first down with his feet.
Clock running, under 4 minutes to go. Each team has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Phillips in motion, looking to swing it out there, but now Terrell in big trouble, and he's sacked. Back at the 16 by William Lee.
He's checking his watch, see if he's on time, because he was right on time with that play. Terrell wanted to fake the quick screen and throw it deep, and it was covered up extremely well. Here's your pressure coming right there, big number 90. He's just working, and it was really more of, you know, no one being available for Terrell to throw the football to. Can't really blame James Kristoff too much, as Lee just, basically it came to him.
2nd and 23, back at their own 18. Terrell again, lots of time, wide open at the 27-yard line. Braverman breaks 2 tackles, leads forward, and may have the first down there.
And that's the type of play Braverman's been making for this offense all year long. He's too small, he's too slow, all those things, but yet he just gets it done every time. He's going to be up top here, and he basically ends up being the check down guy. And he does a nice job of setting down and just waiting patiently for Terrell to find him. And then he explodes running after the catch.
23-yard gain. Most of those yards came after the catch. First down from their 41. Terrell again throws underneath. Has his man at the 44, but Chance quickly tackled by Rock Lemon.
Nice open field tackle by Lemon there. That's a tough thing to do when you got a back and he's got enough time to turn around and size you up. But Lemon was able to flip the heel and get him down in space.
Did pick up 2, 2nd down and 8. Clock rolling, just over 2 minutes to go.
This is a make or break championship drive for these Broncos right here.
Play fake. Terrell. Batted down. William Lee.
That's 2 plays by Lee on this drive. He's just going to, again, work a little stunt. And boy, did he just manhandle the right tackle, Taylor Moat.
3rd and 8.
It's all 4-down territory now for the Broncos. They'll have 2 shots at this one. I don't see any more punts in this game.
Terrell lost it. Is that loose? Yes, and Northern Illinois recovers. Folliard knocked it out. And what a big play there.
Oh, a huge play. They bring the blitz, and it was really right up top. You see number 40, Sean Folliard, beats his man, times the blitz up perfectly. Actually got by 2 guys. He blew by Kristoff and gets by the back trying to pick him up. Chance.
Recovered by Meehan, and Northern Illinois sniffing another West Division title.
Over 30 Black Friday doorbusters at Joseph A. Bank.
Well, the last time Northern Illinois won the MAC championship was at Ford Field in 2012. Won it in double overtime. Jordan Lynch running wild with the rushing touchdown, but Kent State able to force overtime. Lynch in OT, leaping into the end zone.
He was a special player for these Huskies, no doubt.
And then the interception. Northern Illinois won it 44-37 in double overtime. It's the last time they won the MAC championship. But will this game lead them back?
Well, this was reviewed upstairs to see if it was indeed a fumble, and it was confirmed it was. You see empty hand coming forward, and that's the key. So Folliard with the sack force fumble, and Northern Illinois recovers it. Western with 3 timeouts remaining. They got to get a 3 and out here.
That's not going to get it done.
Finally, Stingley with a big play.
Up to the 12-yard line.
Cameron Stingley, who's been shut down by this Bronco defense all afternoon until here at the end when they need it most. Stingley is able to sting him for a first down.
15 yards, and I said that's not going to get it done for the Western Michigan defense, who really have had their issues with this Husky offense in the second half.
Yeah, they should not snap this ball until that gets down under 3.
Snap it with about 5. Stingley makes an adjustment. He's down inside the 5.
Western has to use the timeouts now, or they're going to run out of time, and they do use the first one.
Western Michigan's 6-game winning streak on the line, and Northern Illinois looking at the MAC West title.
See that cut by Stingley. He's able to avoid Ishmael in the backfield with that little lateral quickness. Curry just gets him down, but you know, you look at this situation, Mark, and Western will have to use the next couple of timeouts and then force a field goal attempt, and that will keep them, you know, if Northern Illinois gets a touchdown, forget about it. But if Western can hold them to a field goal, they'll still have an opportunity to come back with a touchdown and conversion of their own to steal this ball game at the end. They got to stop them here. Northern Illinois can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They got to get it inside the 1.
Stingley trying to bounce off tacklers. He's close to the first down, and about a yard shy at the 2.
Timeout Western.
You know, we had seen so little of Stingley, Ray, before this drive. I was beginning to think maybe he was banged up a bit and we didn't know about it.
Right, and talking to the staff, that wasn't the case, at least as far as the information they gave us. They told us Stingley was out early in the year, actually in camp, in fall camp. He missed some time with some neck problems and really didn't take a lot of beating or hitting early in the season. And you know, Coach Carey told us it's kind of like he's hitting his stride week 7 type of feel as far as his body's going, but didn't really get anything going until this last drive. when they needed him, he stepped up.
He's had at least one touchdown in 5 consecutive games. He's had 9 TDs in his last 5 games, but has not found the end zone yet today. But if he does so here, it could be the final nail.
Yeah, it'll be a clincher. And this is the down right here. 3rd and 1 for the first, 2 for the touchdown.
Hare keeping. Hare into the end zone, and Northern Illinois can run to Detroit. A 5th consecutive MAC West Division title in reach for the Huskies.
And they just get a great job of blocking by Tyler Pitt and Luke Ekus. They both pull around and end up in front. There's 67 and 83, just creating a huge hole, getting it done. Pitt and Ekus, the key blocks, bringing Hare for that clinching touchdown.
Well, the turnovers
finally caught
up to Western Michigan.
You live dangerously turning the football over like that, and it finally did catch up to P.J. Fleck and his Bronco football team, who had dominated that first half, Mark, and to only be up by 11, I think that really cost him. And he'll go back, will P.J. Fleck, and reevaluate that decision he made on the 4th and 1, where I recommended you kick your field goal and get a 14-point lead. Instead, they go for it. Northern Illinois stops them, and that changed the momentum and the tenor of this ball game entirely.
That was the first possession of the second half. Well, Bowling Green waiting for the champion of the West Division. Bowling Green, the reigning champions, but with a new head coach this year with Dino Babers and his staff.
Looks like they'll get a shot at Northern Illinois, who's going to be in position to defend their MAC title.
Northern Illinois scored the first touchdown of the game 12 seconds in. Then Western Michigan scored 21 unanswered. It was 21-7 Broncos since then. Now 24 unanswered. That is recovered by Western Michigan at the 46-yard line with 43 seconds left. But 24 unanswered points here.
That's not what Rod Carey wanted. He
No.
wanted that ball to get past the front line. And this actually gives Western pretty good field position here. 1 timeout remaining, but they've got to score quickly and then execute an onside kick and to have even any kind of chance to pull this one out of the fire late. You can bet you Northern Illinois the secondary is going to be deep. You can see they got 3 guys, basically 4 guys, about 15 yards off, and they'll be in a backpedal on the snap.
Terrell throwing high, intercepted. Taking a seat, Deshaun Durant, his 2nd pick of the year, and this one will seal it. Northern Illinois headed to Detroit after the 7th Western Michigan turnover. Officially will end this game.
Yeah, you just can't turn it over like that and expect to win the ball game, and ultimately cost Western Michigan, who I think outplayed Northern Illinois for most of the afternoon here. But you got to give Rod Carey and company all kinds of credit. And I don't think Rod Carey gets enough credit. He's 21-5 in his 2 years as a head coach. Give him make it 22-5. Give him this victory. That's outstanding.
It'll be their 15th consecutive road win in the conference.
Coach Fleck's not even going to use that last timeout. It's a ball game.
Western Michigan's 6-game winning streak ends. They're still going to be headed to a bowl. They finished the regular season 8-4, 6-2 in conference. But Northern Illinois, 5th straight time they win the MAC West Division. Now 10-2 and 7-1 in conference to win the West.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Carey and his staff and the players. You know what? They stumbled around early on, but they were able to overcome their own mistakes and put another championship belt in the closet.
So it's Northern Illinois and Bowling Green a week from tonight at Ford Field in Detroit for the MAC championship. It's been a fun one here in Kalamazoo. 31-21, Northern Illinois wins it over Western Michigan. For Ray Bentley and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Mark Neely. Happy Thanksgiving and so long from Kalamazoo.
All right, guys, great job there. Northern Illinois with the win, shutting out Western Michigan there in the second half. Again, this game is on ESPN3. It's Toledo and Eastern Michigan again in that MACtion, and they're announcing what you already know. The NIU Huskies, the MAC West champions, going to take on Bowling Green in the championship. Of course, Western Michigan needed a Eastern Michigan win and a Western Michigan win today. We're looking live now with Toledo. Got out to a 21-0 lead and took down up to a 21-0 lead. Eastern Michigan with a touchdown, missed the extra point. Again, you want to watch this one. It's on ESPN3. You can check it out on the Watch ESPN app as well. Let's listen in for just a few moments, and then we're going to get you out to Bowling Green's game in just a few moments.
Time for EMU. Owen Dubell had a shaky first kick that set up Toledo with good field position. Rockets took advantage of that, but he's settled down since. And he'll hit one low, caught in the air at the 42. And here comes Corey Jones pushing it up. High step and inside the 25. He will stay up and get forced out inside the 10.
Corey Jones is one exciting football player. You see the open field speed and great job of getting some blocks as it's a right return and he knows exactly where he's going, and then he just uses that great open field speed. He's certainly going to beat the punter, and then he's right down the sidelines, saving tackle there by Eastern Michigan. But Corey Jones once again electrifying in the open field.
Sam Bruno kept there, sorry, for EMU. Thomas Glick's the one who kept him from getting in the end zone. Rockets set up shop at the Eastern 8-yard line. And they'll hand off, and a good power run by Kareem Hunt. Finally stacked up inside the 5.
Well, Toledo hurts you with the special teams, and then you come on with a very veteran offense with Kareem Hunt plowing down inside the 5-yard line, and they just hurt you in so many different areas, and it's just tough to stop this team.
Rockets working from the Eastern 3-yard line.
You've got Alonzo Russell singled up top. We'll see if Woodside elects to go to the fade route.
Handoff is to Hunt. Gets down to about the 1. Very close.
You would probably guess that Kareem Hunt's going to touch this football 3 straight times as they try to get him his first score of the day. The other 3 scores via the air. Let's see if Toledo goes in on the ground this time.
Hunt with 9 carries for 37 yards. Looks like a power push. They're going to go with the Zach Rosenbauer. They're going to run the tight end and see if they can pile him in the end zone. Didn't get quite enough.
Nice job, Eastern Michigan front. They were not fooled. The I formation, thinking they're going to toss sweep or do the isolation to Kareem Hunt, and they sneaked the fullback in, but Eastern Michigan was right there. No room for Rosenbauer to make the score. Good job. It's just a battle of wills in that short yardage situation, goal line situation. Eastern Michigan handling that offensive front.
Toledo right on the doorstep. 4th and goal from the 1. Timeout taken.
All right, as they work things out there, we'll keep you posted on what's going on between Toledo and Eastern Michigan. Don't adjust your television screens. Looks black and white. That's the color of the field there at Eastern Michigan. We're full color here. I'm Matt Schick, navigating you here. In between games, we've got college basketball coming up in about, 12 minutes from now from Orlando. We've got a high-scoring affair going on in the state of West Virginia. West Virginia... yes, they're called Marshall, and they're taking on Western Kentucky. And remember, Marshall, they already know they're going to be in the Conference USA Championship game, but they were a They need to keep winning to get into New Year's Six Bowl. Look at the score. Stuart Butler gets in. Yes, we're in the second quarter. Western Kentucky up 42-35. Defense optional. Tackling disallowed. Higbee touchdown. 49-42 at half. That is the highest scoring first half in college football this season. And then back live for Toledo and Eastern Michigan, checking in just in time to see Toledo get into the end zone. That is Hunt getting into the end zone. Eastern Michigan getting out-yarded more than 200 yards to 71. Meanwhile, as we know, Bowling Green up 21 to now 16. Bowling Green, we know they will be in the MAC championship game. And this just happened. Touchdown to Schillings there for Ball State. And this one again on ESPN3. And here is the replay. Again, Bowling Green taking on Ball State. Bowling Green going to be in Detroit next week to take on NIU. And wide open for the touchdown is Ball State. Here's the extra point. And again, 21-16, Bowling Green, and kind of a tune-up for that MAC championship game coming up next week. We will get you set for rivalry weekend coming up. Iron, egg, and everything in between coming up here on ESPNU. And coming up next, Jared Brownridge, West Coast Conference Newcomer of the Year. It's Santa Clara and Rhode Island. Kansas just took down Tennessee on that very court. Consolation game coming up 17 minutes from now right here on ESPNU.
What does an apron have to do with car insurance?
Yes, that one coming up tomorrow. One of the key rivalry games this weekend. 79th edition of the Iron Bowl. The winner of this game has played for the national title each of the last 5 seasons. Bama, of course, looking for revenge after last year's kick 6. If Bama wins, they'll be in the SEC championship game. If they lose, Mississippi State goes to Atlanta. If it beats Ole Miss earlier in the day. It's the Egg Bowl in Oxford. It's the first meeting since 1999 in which both teams are ranked in the AP poll. Again, a win would give Mississippi State their first 11-win season in school history. In Tallahassee, Will Muschamp coaching his final game for the Gators. Florida trying to play spoiler to the Noles' undefeated season and possibly their playoff hopes with an upset. Florida State has won 27 consecutive games. The last team to beat the Seminoles, the Gators, back in 2012, coached by Will Muschamp. Out west, Oregon and Oregon State playing in the Civil War. The Ducks have won the last 6, but since the year 2000, no unranked team has been better at home against the AP Top 10 than the Beavers, with a record of 5-5. Oregon has already locked up the Pac-12 North, but can't afford looking ahead if they want to be in the playoff. And last but not least, Michigan, Ohio State, it's the game. The Buckeyes have won the last 6 against Michigan in Columbus. The 6-game home win streak, the longest home win streak by either team in this series. So of the rivalry games this weekend, with college football playoff implications, Mississippi State and Oregon are the only highly ranked teams that have to go on the road. And while they don't have to leave the state, they'll still be playing in stadiums they don't call home. How much does that matter? ESPN Sports Science looks into home field advantage.
Over the past 10 college football seasons, home teams have won 63% of their games. One reason for this is certainly the crowd. When more than 100,000 screaming fans jam-pack a stadium, players on the field can experience decibel levels up to 30% higher than a revving motorcycle. In addition to hindering on-field communications, that kind of auditory overload can also trigger the body's fight-or-flight response. This can cause heart rates to spike by over 40% and can even increase the amount of attention paid to what's called a negative stimulus, like a crazed fan or nagging injury. And while crowd noise can have debilitating effects on players, it can also influence officials. Studies involving multiple sports found that in situations with a significant amount of crowd noise present, the number of penalties assessed to the home team dropped by more than 9%. And the travel itself can influence the home field advantage. At the professional level, when traveling more than 1,000 miles for a game, win percentage drops by about 3%. With realignment in college football forcing some teams to journey more than 1,500 miles for a conference matchup, travel fatigue can take its toll. So do home teams have an advantage in a close game during rivalry week? Well, consider this. In November games decided by 7 points or less, home winning percentage drops by more than 20%, making the odds of winning almost exactly 50-50. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
All right, thank you. Got some Big Ten action coming up this weekend. A battle for bowl eligibility. Northwestern and Illinois, and Rutgers and Maryland. Big Ten slate, at least in the early going, on ESPNU. Some Big Ten action today. Nebraska trying to avoid a 3-game skid. Lost to Minnesota last week. They've got Iowa today. Amir Abdullah needing 83 rushing yards to reach 1,500 on the season. He's terrific. Unfortunately, Amir Abdullah does not play every position for Nebraska, including quarterback. Tommy Armstrong Jr. hit. John Loudermilk, it's a great last name, pick 6. Iowa up 7-0. Later, Jake Rudock to Tavon Smith. Touchdown. Nebraska just scored with a touchdown pass. It's 24-13. We'll keep you posted there. We are getting ready for hoops here on ESPNU. Brandon Clark, Santa Clara, taking on Rhode Island. Dino Gaudio joins me. Coming up, talk some hoops. (82-67). Kansas awaits the winner of Michigan.
Of this first half. 3rd and goal for Kevin Hogan and the Stanford offense.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a draw here.
Hogan back to pass. He's going to throw. He's got his man caught. Touchdown. That's Kajus, who had a tremendous catch earlier in the drive. This time he gets into the end zone.
And this is just pitch and catch. This is just called Scat 6 Indy. Right there, you have 2 unders on the outside. Peyton Manning has made a lot of money running this football play. Tell you what, Kevin Hogan, the way he's throwing it tonight, he looks a little bit like Peyton Manning with how comfortable he's playing.
Scat 6 Indy.
Scat 6 Indy.
Inside the playbook. Greg McElroy, extra point up and good. And on that note, let's check into the studio with Reese Davis. Reese.
All right, guys, on a cold and damp night in Pasadena outside the Rose Bowl, we are getting ready to storm the castle with a halftime report with the Florida State defensive keys against Marcus Mariota, the coaching matchup in the Sugar Bowl. Nick Saban against Urban Meyer, and we'll also give you a little look ahead at the New Year's Eve Bowls that's coming up in a bit.
I say studio. I mean, that's not real studio-like in Pasadena. A rare rainstorm in Southern California. It's cold, it's windy here tonight in Northern California, not wet. You wouldn't know it the way Stanford's offense has played. They have taken control of this game and more. 28-7 is the Stanford lead with 1:17 to go in the first half. Stanford in the regular season averaged about 26 points per game. They've got 28 in the first half against Maryland. Jordan Williamson will boom another kickoff with the wind helping. It'll be a touchback, and Maryland does get the ball with 1:17 to go. All 3 of their timeouts. Cardinal with the big expectations at the start of the year, a top 15 team to begin. The loss to USC was disappointing. Lost at Notre Dame, a game they easily could have won, at Arizona State, at Oregon, against Utah. No bad losses. Stanford had a very tough schedule, but there were a lot of winnable games, and you see those scores. The numbers were so down for this Stanford offense until the home stretch.
And so many miscues, too, that resulted in the 7-5 season. This team could have very easily finished 10-2 had they finished and finished games the way they were capable of.
Maryland will hand the ball off on first down and get 4 or 5 yards. We'll see if the Terps use some quick tempo. I mean, figure you're down 3 touchdowns. You need to try to score here.
And they've been in this situation before against West Virginia, down 28-6, scored 3 consecutive touchdowns, and that's the way to do it. Get it to Stephon Diggs.
Well, Diggs, who was so important for Maryland in the first quarter, been much more quiet in the second quarter, but that's a nice gain of 22 yards. Clock will roll again after they get the ball spotted. First down from right near midfield. Brown is going down. James Waters with the sack, and now the Terps will use a timeout.
And you can see Vaughters coming off here. You're going to get a full slide protection by the Maryland offensive line stepping to their left. That puts the running back on Vaughters, who wins, goes up high, uses the long arm, and makes a great play, keeping C.J. Brown in the pocket. And that's one thing Lance Anderson talked an awful lot about. When they rush the passer, they cannot get past the quarterback, because if they do, it opens up those holes in the front to allow C.J. Brown to take off north and south.
And you saw that number that we threw up there since 2009. The reason we used 2009 when measuring the Stanford defense, that's when Vic Fangio came to